This is Cubs Radio. Cubs Radio.
Good morning. Good morning, everybody. It is Thursday. It is February
11th.
February 11th. Wow. Hope everybody's well. Hope you enjoyed your Wednesday. Hope you're all right in a little bit of snow. We're excited. Rich is in the studio with us. And Jester Jim is here. Can't see them yet.
Yeah, sorry, I was actually...
I went like this to pose for it.
Wait, yeah, hold on.
Wait.
Camera 3! There's...
I'm disappointed I'm not camera 1.
There they are. It's delayed up there.
Absolutely, no, but I'm disappointed
right.
I'm not camera 1.
You actually are camera 1.
I am camera 1?
You're camera 1.
What? So it goes in a... this way?
It's
actually
it's a
1,
little
2,
moronic.
3.
Wow.
I don't know why, but just when you thought we were getting it all right here, then you find out we screwed it up.
And that's how they stuck them up.
Yeah, they put them up and they were like, I don't know how to renumber these.
1, 2, C, and 5.
Andy Pajanos is watching. Ken Pichelle is here. Hello, Ken Pichelle. Hello, Mom. And Catman is watching. Oh, Catman. That sounds mysterious. All right. Thank you, Ken Pichelle, our ad man. He is not doing the ads today. We were going to play his video, but we had some technical difficulties, so I'm just going to do the ads real quick. I don't do them as well as Ken, but our apologies. Going to knock them out real quick. The Knockem Day Comedy Radio Show brought to you by Roslyn Social, located in the heart of Roslyn Village at 1363 Old Northern Boulevard. They're open for takeout, curbside pickup, delivery on your favorite food service apps, and they are open to limited capacity, and I doubt the rooftop lounge is open.
Yeah, it's a little
Great
chilly.
lounge, though.
It is a great lounge when it's open. 516-801-4963. That's 516-801-4963, and say hi to Nick. That's the Roslyn Social North Shores Premier Rooftop Lounge. The Knockem Day Comedy Radio Show also brought to you by Two Eagles Auto Body. For more than 25 years, Two Eagles Auto Body has been the leader in auto body repairs and customer satisfaction on Long Island. Two Eagles Auto Body handles every type of auto repair, from custom applications and restorations to repairs involving insurance claims. Two Eagles Auto Body handles foreign and domestic automobiles and motorcycles using such techniques as state-of-the-art paint spray booths and computer color matching. In the event of an accident, Two Eagles Auto Body has their own tow trucks, and we'll walk you through the process from start to finish. From tow to insurance process to return of your vehicle, we are with you. So please call Two Eagles Auto Body at 516-328-2527, located in New Hyde Park, Long Island. Again, Two Eagles Auto Body. Please ask for John Rossi at 516-328-2527. And, of course, you see underneath here, Bella Vista Pizza, located at 154 Minetto Hill Road in Plainview, 516-433-4464. The best pizza you'll ever have right there at Bella Vista Pizza. Fun atmosphere, great staff, great guys. George is the best over there. 516-433-4464. They deliver as well. And, of course, tell them Knockem Day Comedy sent you, and you'll get a free garlic knot, maybe 2 garlic knots. Maybe.
Wow.
Wow.
Hey, by the way, who
Yes.
needs more subtitles? The Southerner Ken when he does it, or the Long Island guy when you do it? Because
I'm going to say me. Because Ken, he has the
I-
southern drawl, but he also speaks
I agree.
slower.
Yes, I think English is his first language.
What's mine?
I don't know.
He's
but I was
actually from Connecticut. He's
Well,
just
that's
been
true.
in the South so long that you'd think he was a little country bumpkin. But
It's a little
he's,
boarding school
yeah.
background, probably. Yeah, I got you.
Exactly.
Yeah.
All right, last but not least, Gina Conjemi Coffin. You also see her underneath there. 631-495-7696. Gina Conjemi Coffin, licensed real estate broker with Signature Premier Properties. Gina will work so hard for you and sell your house so fast it'll make your
Head spin.
head spin.
Oh,
Gina
that's what we
Conjemi
were all
Coffin.
supposed to
Totally
do?
thought you guys were going to be that. Can we do that again?
I thought he
I know,
was
I was
gonna
like-
be there. I was
Gina will
surprised.
do so great of a job that it'll make your head spin.
Oh,
See, and this
Thanks,
is why
guys.
Ken Pichelle does the ads.
we weren't supposed to go falsetto on that.
That's all right.
He hits a higher note anyway.
Yeah, he breaks windows. And of course, you saw the Teespring commercial before we started. Please go to teespring.com. Get yourself some Govs Radio merchandise like No Rhyme, No Reason, which is on tonight at 7? 7. No Rhyme, No Reason. You can get some Knockem Dead Comedy shirts or swag, Govs Radio swag, mugs, hats, T-shirts, all the good stuff. Take a picture of yourself with your Govs Radio swag. Send it to us on Facebook. You'll get yourself a free pass to Governor's Comedy Club. Any of the 3 great clubs with the 5 great stages, all of them great shows. And hopefully they'll be open soon. But you'll get a free pass.
Get a free pass.
But when they open, you'll be able to get in.
It'll mean something.
That's right.
It's
Govs
just
dot-
monopoly money right now, but once they open the doors, man.
Govs.com is the website for the clubs. You can find out their schedule, find out what's going on with reopening. GovsRadio.com, of course, is the website for the station. We're live on that website right now. Govs Comedy Club Radio is the Facebook page and the YouTube channel. We're live on those right now as well. Those are the 3 places you can see our shows live right now. Soon, we've been telling you for a few weeks, soon we're coming off Facebook. We're getting off Facebook. We're going just to govsradio.com. It's coming.
MySpace.
Yes.
We will take this viewership to a whole new level of lowness. Yes.
I got nothing. There you go. So there you go. Govsradio.com. And of course, KnockemDeadComedy.com. Don't forget to visit our website as well. The comedy troupe that Sallie and I work with, along with Eric, and Jim has worked with us from time to time. He's like an honorary. He's part of the family, but he's like an honorary performer.
I get to, pop in every, year. I do one show with you guys, and it's great,
We wish we could do more, but
I just noticed everything's
The
flipping
TVs
around.
went out.
Did you guys pay the bill, or?
Maybe the box needs to be.
There it goes. Yeah,
Oh, it came back.
Yeah.
Oh, never mind. Sallie came back.
Yeah, it's on.
All right.
HDMI 3. It's on. Don't worry.
All right, so speaking of the club being closed, I want to ask you guys a couple of things. I want to know how you did. All right, let me go back a little bit. Jester Jim, we talked about it on Tuesday. If you have a child, say 20 or younger,
Yeah.
they would know. They're most likely going to know who Jester Jim is. If you went to
We
any,
hope. We all.
we hope. Chances are pretty good. I mean, if you recall, before Sallie moved back to New York, when she was in Massachusetts, even one of her kids knew who you were.
How
you remember
old
that?
was he? He was I think he was 9 or
9 or 10.
10 years old, and he's sitting. I'm walking through the kitchen, and I see my youngest on YouTube, and he's watching you.
I know. You know what?
And so I walked through. I'm like
Creepy.
I'm like, what are you doing? Like, did you know that he does shows? Sometimes for Tony, and he's like, what? And I go, yeah, that's this is a friend of Tony's. He's like, what?
there is a social status to knowing me outside of Jester Jim, and people like to brag about it. They're like, I know Jester Jim from
Yep.
Knockem
No,
Dead
we don't. We
Comedy.
try to avoid it every chance that we can, but
There is, I gotta take these off. By the way, I'm hearing myself echo. Sorry, there is a social status of
Oh, because you had 2 mics.
Well, no, but I had the other mic up this way. I was technology ready for this. I threw the other mic up, and I
Sounded
wanted
like that Lou Gehrig speech. He's just sitting there.
Find myself the luckiest man. Sorry.
But so if you have kids, they typically know who I am from school assemblies, from library shows, from kids' birthday parties when I first started out, and now I'm back to because how do you work and you do those types of shows.
So yeah, Jester Jim, juggling, beatboxing, balloon twisting.
Sure, you can call it whatever you want. Balloon art. I like to
Balloon
call it
art.
airbending.
Airbending. I have a form of airbending too, but they're not hiring me to do that. That's after you buy me French fries. That's what
that is correct.
So, all right. So yeah, that's who Jester Jim is, and he's here. We're very excited that he's here. So yeah, I think most kids on Long Island and beyond, 20
Right,
or
but
younger.
nobody listening to your show right now has any idea who I am. Because
just clarifying.
anyone that would know who I am is in school, hopefully, or virtual.
No, but I'm saying if the kid, not the parents, the kids, if they're 20 or younger.
Yeah, no, yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Right,
The kids know. The parents right now, some of them know who I am because they've paid my bills.
Right, but
they-
some of those, but if they're 20 and younger, some of them could be watching, or their parents.
Oh, true, yeah,
These
yeah.
are our audience are probably the parents.
That's
of
what I'm
those
saying.
kids,
Yeah,
so
you have the
they would
parents,
know.
but
Grandparents.
Right. No, he's not that old.
Yeah.
But so they most likely have seen you. And then so going back, like we were joking around about the club being closed, but I want to know how you survived during the pandemic. I also want to hear your opinions because Governor Cuomo announced yesterday or Tuesday that he's now allowing arenas to open up at 10% 10% capacity starting February 23rd. So that's quick, but it's also a good sign.
I'm
So I
looking
wanna
forward
hear-
to doing a little room show with 3 people.
Well, that has nothing to do with the pandemic.
No, but I mean, arena-wise, that's true.
All right, so Jim, how have you made out in the past year?
All right, so pandemic, going back to last March, I had all my shows booked for summer for March and on, all school assemblies, everything that I normally do. Typically, I book up in January, good for the year. March hit, pandemic hit, school started shutting down, and it was like that 2-week thing. And so assembly started canceling and saying, hey, we'll rebook. But I had this feeling about just it's going to get bad. It's going to get bad. It's just
Really?
the top of the iceberg. So right away, I said, and someone said, could you do these shows online? So seeing this girl, she was like, hey, why don't you do it for my school? Why don't you do it for my school? And we did one for free for her school. We did a virtual show right into their homes on, I think it was YouTube Live.
Okay.
And it went well, and then I realized, wow, I have a broadcast background in making videos.
Yes, which I was going to get to also.
Yeah, so why don't I do what you guys are doing here? 3-camera setup, use OBS, and make a live broadcast of my juggling show from my house. And at the time, I was living on a house on the water in Shirley, so I had this really cool setup where I was able to perform in my back of my house.
Okay.
And then turn the camera around, and you would be looking at the water outside, but then I could juggle fire and knives and stuff outside.
Right.
Which was awesome because that's stuff you
doesn't?
can't do inside the school. The schools are like, oh, you can't have knives and fire in school.
Sure.
I don't know why, safety or
He
something.
really is amazing. You have to see it.
It
It's
really
I think the whole thing would have been
crazy.
horrible if he had 8-foot ceiling. Can you
No,
imagine
no,
him going live in the school?
No, those are
doing that.
in that house. I had 8-foot ceilings. My new house has 20-foot ceilings, whatever.
Nice.
But that house had 8-foot ceilings, and right to start the show, every time I'd be doing flip sticks, and I would hit the ceiling every time, just to make the kids laugh to begin with, do a little camera thing. But yeah, and it gave me a new way. What I liked about it was for 10 years I've been doing Jester Jim. I never had to rewrite my show before because it's always kind of plays on the audience, so it's always a little different, and I'll add bits here and there and take bits here and out, but I've never rewritten the entire show all at once.
Right,
Sat down and said, scratch this, but now I gotta do it without audience participation, without actual laughter, in my face, which is crazy.
Sure.
And then how do you make this work? How do you,
Right, and that's the thing, because that's what initially, on a professional level, that's what initially drew me to you, because I saw you in a play, but I could just see the interaction, and then we talked later about how you basically ad-libbed throughout the whole show because you didn't know your line. but you did it beautifully because it was perfect, and nobody would have known that.
Sounds like
Thank
a
you for calling
Bozy
me out.
comedy
Thank
act.
you.
Oh, I would totally ratted you out. That show was 15 years ago. Nobody cares.
Come on, St. Joseph's College, they could have hired me again. You don't know. They could have brought me back as the baker.
Baker number one.
Baker number one.
But I knew
Baker number one.
On camera one. No.
but I knew so you'd be perfect for what we do. And then I've, of course, seen your Jester Jim act a million times. So it is very interactive. So it must have been a challenge. I mean, you basically could have recorded your act and then just But
Yeah,
you don't even have to perform live anymore.
So, I mean, and for those that are performers that are listening to you, got, comedians or whatever else, there was two different avenues. One, I did a live show, but for the people who didn't have the budget, no one had a budget, by the way. Everybody didn't know what to spend.
Right.
Like, first people calling you up, they're like, I need a show. And I'm like, how much do you have? They're like, $1. It's like, no.
All right, I'll do 2 shows.
But you would think that they would still, like the school districts would still have the same budget.
Right, but they
Right?
weren't doing their fundraisers and that kind of stuff. And
I just thought they got like assembly budgets.
And
I
then
didn't know if the money came from the PTA.
You
The
want that
PTA comes
PTA
from
cash.
No,
like
it's like
that's
PTA
it.
and stuff like that. But then, so they do, schools, elementary schools, their PTA will do fundraisers, organize
Sure.
a show, have me for an after-school program or an assembly during the day
Mm-hmm.
where we'll put in a message or whatever, but it's really just me juggling.
Yeah.
And then, be nice to each other. Please.
Don't bully.
Don't bully.
Yay.
But they have funding, and the state gets funding to schools too, and they normally break off a piece of that for assemblies. However, when pandemic hit, all these schools were like, "Oh, we have to invest in cameras or plastic shields for the kids or whatever." So there's not that money for the assembly. So no one really had a budget. But starting out, it was just trying to figure that out. So I made a recorded version of my show too,
Right.
But put on a private link and made that accessible. Like, hey, if you really want, here it is. It'll be up for 2 weeks. And I had it, and I would put it on a link for them. It would be up for 2 weeks, and then it would come down. And libraries would buy that and air it for 2 weeks on their Facebook page. That everybody could watch it. And then it would come down and not work. And that's kind of how I rolled with it and ended up having a really successful summer, because what I realized, well, since I'm going virtual, I'm not limited to Long Island, New York, New Jersey area for travel, because normally I'm just limited there for sheer cost. People want to have me in Florida.
Right.
A few people do, like the JCC of Orlando has me once a year, or used to
nice.
have me once a year before this.
Yeah.
But they would pay for the flight and the hotel and everything. It gets costly.
Sure.
Almost that stuff is more than the show is.
Right.
Where now it's like, hey, I'm doing this virtual. I can go anywhere. So I was performing in Kentucky, California, New York, New Jersey, all in the same day. Live streaming once, click off, go to Kentucky. And it was actually the first time I had to keep time zones. There was like 3 or 4 times I went to log on to my show and I went, oh, and thank God New York was the first time zone of the country.
Right.
Because the only thing I could be was early. I was never late for a show. I was like an hour early a few times.
They're like, the host will let you in 3 hours.
Right.
What's going on?
That's so funny.
I'm ready.
But I get ready for shows.
Yeah.
I wonder how many people are going to do that for, what percentage of the population are just going to continue to stick with Zoom, because it does kind of work. Like I know
not
you're
the
so much
same,
better in
though.
real life. I know, but like for example, my sister's a therapist, and so they actually asked her to Zoom her clients, and then they said, when it's over, and then they said, people really. There are a handful of people that really actually like that. It's difficult for them to get to the office. Can you continue to do this? And she's like, be in my living room? Yeah.
Couch sales are going to plummet.
Yeah.
Only
So,
Zoom therapy sessions.
There is some greatness.
there's got to be like a percentage of people that are going to be like, you know what? This works out sometimes.
This will be
Better.
an odd summer for me, because summer's my busiest time for camps and stuff. And some libraries are still doing virtual and they're not coming back. Camps, though, are planning to be in session, so they're booking. So now I'm trying to figure out, hey, I'm going to be in Syracuse for a camp. There's someone that wants a virtual show 2 hours later. Can I find a broadband internet? This is what I'm worried
You'll
about.
be at
now.
Starbucks.
Can I find a good enough internet connection that I could set up in a Target parking lot? Like, where am I doing the show to do this live
I bet
show?
you like a library, I
Yeah,
bet
most
they would
libraries
like
will
let
have me,
you.
but-
And libraries are like used to hiring you, so they may let you
Yeah, but
sit
then I
in
gotta-
Syracuse and do that.
I got to call them up and be like, hey, do you mind if I do like a free show in your library
Yeah.
and broadcast it out? And then I've gotten into that. There's a whole bunch of legal stuff, something with schools of like, right now trying to do assemblies inside schools. They don't like having outside networks coming in on their school stuff, so they're hiring me to go to their school, perform in the gymnasium to no one, but then they're streaming it in their gymnasium to the classrooms.
Been there.
So I hear the laughter.
Been there. Who hasn't done a show to no one before?
So I hear the
not
laughter
used to
from the classrooms, but it's nowhere near me.
Wow, that's wild.
And it's delayed though, so you hear the laughter on a 6-second delay.
And that must throw you off. Does that throw you off?
you get it like
You
all-
deliver like your line, and then you just go.
wait for it. The best is though on my Facebook page, I just got a like one of those memory things that popped up. It was from 5 years ago, and I said weirdest show ever. Someone asked me to perform for like the kids of Madagascar, and I thought it was like a fundraiser, and I showed up for it. And they put a camera in front of me. I had to do my whole show on camera. I was like, strangest show I ever did. I'm like, now that's all I do.
Now
Like,
it's the norm, yeah.
yeah, now this is the norm.
Yeah.
I just do these virtual shows, performing for
I haven't
these
worn
kids.
pants for a show in a year. Crazy.
This time next year, weirdest show ever. I performed in front of people.
Yo, listen, I will say this though, I would never drink alcohol at all the day of a show ever in my life. Like, it was like just was a thing. Even if I had a show at 7:00 at night at 2
No
in the afternoon,
Bloody
stopping
Marys
for
or
lunch.
something.
Yeah, would never have a drink, because I never wanted it on my breath when I was meeting the client or whatever else. Well, pandemic. I mean, no one. I'm on camera, like so.
Now he's juggling beer cans.
Like drinking them while he's
Yeah.
them.
So, like, I'm like having a drink, and then I'm like, ooh, I gotta go do a show. In the back, and I'm making sure liquor bottles, wine bottles are like off camera,
Right.
making sure that like we're all good. I never got like loaded for a show, but I was making making sure that things weren't.
You imagine? What's up, you little fuckers?
Listen here.
Like the
You want to watch me play with my balls? Ha! Yeah.
like the clown and Uncle Buck. Get in your mouse and get out of here.
So anyway, it's been a wild ride. It'll be interesting this summer to see where this goes of doing both, trying to do virtual and
Sure.
in person at the same time.
Well, that's the thing. I would think you could do both from now on. I mean, like you said, you can offer a show in Kentucky.
Yeah, it's just the logistics of it, and then also people don't pay as much for virtual shows,
Right.
obviously, because you're not traveling, you're not going.
But it's still gravy.
It's
right?
still great, but you book one of those, and then someone wants you live. How do you make it? It's just that.
Well, if it's a pre-recorded thing. Then,
Oh,
I mean,
pre-recorded,
and what does
yeah.
it take? You give somebody $10. Can you stream my video to this place while
Yeah,
you're
can you
in
press
your
play?
office or while you're home? Yeah,
Yeah,
right.
can you press play?
Right.
You got my brain. If you notice why I got started there,
Yeah.
I'm like, it's not a bad fucking idea. Great.
Yeah.
God, give me $10.
I make $1,000. He gets $10.
It'll be
This is great.
amazing.
It's very similar to here.
Do you know why I took off those headphones, by the way? Because I like to readjust my hat like 100 million times, and I went to do it with the headphones on. That
did
was
you
the
actually
real
go like
reason.
this?
I lied to you and said like, oh, I'm hearing an echo. But no, it's because I wanted to do this.
Yeah, because I didn't want to say anything. I'm like, well, it's not on.
No, and I didn't. Yeah, I saw you go
I'm like,
into the technology.
all
and was like,
right.
oh my god, what? No, it was just,
We all hear echoes sometimes, and I was going to let it go.
So, and that's you use OBS?
I use OBS.
I
yeah.
hate OBS.
It's not-
We used to have it in here. Ugh.
Oh, what was wrong with that?
I hated it.
We use it at home, but not here anymore.
Yeah, like you guys. When
Yeah,
you
we had to
Zoom,
use
you
it from the
and
from
did
the
you-
home show.
Did you like it? I hated
OBS wasn't the problem. It was like all of a sudden if the Wi-Fi at home like glitched for a millisecond, you were knocked out
Done.
and you
Right.
couldn't get back in.
Yeah, so
That
your
was the tough
internet
part.
has to be perfect. So if you
Yeah.
have like Optimum, you forget it.
So here's what just happened to me. I just moved into a new house, and I had shows like the day I moved in. So I called Optimum to like get me all hooked up quickly, everything like that. Of course, I didn't show up. Of course, I'm like going to my CrossFit gym and doing a show like in the front using their internet. It was crazy. But once I got it working, it's kept cutting out, and I really have shows that like are recorded on my YouTube channel of me going, and then it just cuts, and then it's literally 4 minutes later in the video it's right away, but it's
Yeah,
just like,
right.
sorry about that, guys, let's continue. But I had to wait 4
Yeah.
minutes for my router to reset. As well. Just
you must
like-
have been having
The
a heart
guys who
attack, right?
sell Verizon and Optimum Wi-Fi are definitely the same people that talk people into buying timeshares.
Yeah.
I mean, the guy when they
Yes.
came to my house, I said to the guy, "My Wi-Fi's not working." And the guy I said, "When you sold it to me," and I wrote down what you said. If you were if you were sitting on the 50-yard line on a football field, you would get unbelievably great Wi-Fi in all the corners of the end zone. I go, this house is not 50 yards long.
Right.
And the guy goes, but you have walls. I go, oh, so the deal's off if there's a piece of sheetrock in between the kitchen where the modem is and the back room. I'm like,
If
this
you
is
don't live
bullshit.
in like a square box,
No,
then
it's
it's just
terrible.
not going to work.
Yeah,
but
you
they
can't-
forgot to bring that
yeah,
up.
you can't get
I hardwire in my internet for my show. I have a wire
Yes,
that goes
you have to.
75
See.
feet across my kitchen through my
Yep.
living room into my office. But that's how all the kids know that I'm performing
like,
at
be
that time.
quiet, yeah.
I hear
This
them
is how they
trip
know
on,
this.
fuck, and I'm like Jim's performing.
I'll be with you. I know you're bleeding. You crack your head open. I'll be there in 20 minutes.
I have two shows I've recorded. I got to pull the parts. One of them is you hear me go. You hear something and I go, you good? Like, in the middle of the show. Like, you're good?
Just a femur. I'm all right.
And the second part, I should pull this up for you when we have a chance, is my son asked to borrow my laptop during my show. Like, in the beginning, he was all gung-ho to help me, and they were like my little helpers during the show.
That's cool.
Then they kind of got like a little bored of it after doing like 100 of them.
When you stopped
He
being
was
cool
using
to
my
them.
laptop, playing Minecraft. Well, I showed him how you can like record yourself. So he would play Minecraft, have himself in a box like you see on YouTube.
Sure. Right.
And he could record it onto the laptop. We never do anything with it, but he loved it.
Yeah.
Well, one time he didn't hit record, he hit stream. Which then, again, normally isn't a problem. However, I was live during a show
boy.
Right.
at that time. So middle of my show, you see it cut out to my son playing
And then you see
Minecraft
them.
in the middle of the show, and
You
he's
see
like,
them
he's like,
with the little
and
axe.
his little voice. He's like 7 years old. He's like, do you think it's gonna be cute? Or not so cute, whatever. And then you hear me go, James, and then you see his face go, and then it logs off and goes back to my show. It was. I'll find the clip for you.
great.
It's like just the weirdest little.
That's so really cute, though. I mean, there were so many things in the beginning with teachers and, leaving it on when they thought
I
it
mean,
was
I
off.
think the wheels fell off with the Jeff Toobin one.
Yeah, that's funny.
Everything was good until he said, "Is this thing on? I think I'll whack off."
Yeah.
Probably
Did you
a
not hear
hard
that?
stop on that one.
I don't know anything.
It's was it a CNN correspondent?
Well,
It was like-
but he's also he wrote for, I guess, one of the papers or whatever.
New York Times.
New York Times.
Yeah, whatever. But
Yeah,
they had
well,
like a group Zoom meeting
meeting.
or whatever, and I
There-
guess he thought it was done, and then
They were
he
having
just
a
said,
staff meeting.
"I
It
might
did go
as
on
well just-"
CNN. They were having a staff meeting, like 7 people in a staff meeting.
Yeah, and he just
But the meeting was still happening, so he didn't think it was done.
No,
the
the
meeting was still going.
ended, but the cameras and everything was still
Oh, I
live.
thought the
and
meeting was still going,
No, I
I
think the
thought.
camera. I don't know if it was even funnier, but he decided to just rub one out.
and
Yeah.
and he was in a the way it was set up. You
then
actually
everyone was like-
it wasn't seeing him from the you
Oh
saw.
God!
Yeah, you
So
actually.
it wasn't
saw.
even just this. You just
Yes.
Yeah.
no, it was
Yeah,
full.
You
out.
saw
Answer the door,
thing.
Jim. What? What?
Salvatore is watching. Hello, Joan Krupe Asher. Greg is watching. Hello, Greg. Greg, I got your message. By the time it was like an hour ago, I don't know if I'll be able to do that. Hello, Andrew Fremder. D. Filippo says it's my McRib.
Oh man,
buddy.
Greg. Yes, Greg has mutual affection for the McRib, so that makes him a good guy.
You guys are gay. Kirsten is
Little
watching. Our girl Carrie is watching. She says, yo. Good morning, says Adam Snare, fresh out of Facebook prison. Congratulations. Aaron White is watching. Hello, Aaron. Say hi to Mark. Nikki's watching. No pizza for you, says Carrie. All right. Support our sponsors: Rosin Social, Two Eagles Auto Body, Gina Congemmi Coffin, Bella Vista Pizza, Pasta, Knockem Dead Comedy. My first language is Rosetta Stone, says Andrew Fremder.
Yes.
By the way, Vista Pizza's been like your sponsor forever.
Pretty much since day one.
That's awesome.
Yeah, it's
Good
really
job.
great.
Are they around here?
Plainview.
I'm stopping by on my way home.
All right, tell them
Just-
Knockem Dead
Yeah,
Comedy.
ask
See if you
for-
get that free
ask
garlic
for
knot.
a garlic knot.
Listen, don't say you're from Knockem Dead. Tony has a tab there that hasn't been paid in like 3 years.
Thanks, Jim.
Like, oh, you having a slice yet? $37,000.
Hello, Ray. Andy Pagano, my bad. I thought we were coming on Facebook. What am I going to do with all these tissues? Oh, my goodness. Can I pay for a shirt with my personality, says Carrie. Carrie, I told you. You know the deal. We got the couch. Felix is watching. I'm looking for a bartender for my Sunday show. Any comics who bartend? What?
Probably just 1,000.
How about a juggling bartender?
You'll juggle the
Yeah, sure.
the
I'll do
bottles.
whatever they want.
Yeah.
I
Not good.
have no,
Not good for inventory,
I have
but
no
okay.
standards.
That's a great thing to put on your resume.
Yeah, no. if
I
you
have no
to-
standards.
If you want to
Standards.
stand on your front lawn and juggle fire as like a security measure when you're not home, as long as you're paying, like I'm okay.
Yeah.
Saliani's watching. Hello, Tim. Felix is really serious about this. Look, he even posted his phone number. I didn't know we were running.
Oh, that old gag.
Right.
Just go back on Craigslist, Felix, like a normal person, will you please?
Like a normal gay white male.
M for M on Craigslist.
Yeah.
Caroline is watching.
If you need a comic, press 1.
Jeff Bosey's watching.
Jeff Bose. Oh, shocker.
You know what?
He wants to see you.
Do not talk badly about the man. Actually, Bosey's in my phone as the amazing Bosey. When
Is
the
it
phone
really?
rings, it says the amazing Bosey.
Jeff, I'm waiting for the phone to ring now. I want to see if this is true.
Yeah.
But it
He needs
doesn't
help.
say.
He needs help dialing though. He's not.
It doesn't really say much about you though. If that's what
No, I don't get out much.
If that's what you feel about him, then it really
Yeah.
says a lot about
Yeah.
you. Sometimes I hear an echo. Also, oh wait, that's just the voices in my head. Says Andrew Fremder. Does he juggle midgets that would entertain? Oh, does he juggle midgets that would entertain all? Did you ever juggle a midget?
No.
Little people?
I don't know how to answer that question. No.
Well, you're not saying the word. I said it.
Why not?
Why not? Because they're too heavy.
So you discriminate. Okay,
Yes.
fair enough. Yeah.
That's what I got flagged for. Dude hates midgets, won't juggle them.
That's it.
Midgets' lives matter.
Yeah.
They all
gonna-
protest outside the
That's going to
library.
ruin some of your shows in the South. I'm just telling you right now.
Jennifer's watching. Good morning. Kevin is watching. Hello, Joe Staz. Hi, gang. Rodia and Goomba Brady were great. Thank you. Yes, we had a good time with Anthony the other night. Mary's watching. James is watching. What inspired him to start juggling? Was it knives in front of his mother or the Big Apple Circus?
Knives in front of his mother?
Why are you bringing his mother into this, Bozy?
Yeah,
I
that's
mean,
a
I don't
little
even understand
strange,
what, you know.
Ignazio?
Is Jeff Bozy privy to a police report that we are not privy to? Is there something you want to tell us about the knives and mom?
I'm trying to think of where the joke is there with the knives and the mom.
well, that was Jeff. There's no
There's no joke.
Yeah,
Oh,
no,
there's it's just like knives, mom, comedy. Let's put it on.
that's right. Tune in tonight at 7 and listen to more of those hilarious jokes.
Sallie Annie says, I keep praying OBS crashes on Tuesday nights.
I believe it did crash this past Tuesday.
Yeah, but it wasn't the OBS.
I think it was IBS.
I think some of them had it afterwards. Holy moly. I'm almost done here. Billy is watching. Yo, Just a Jim, we got to play cards again sometime. That's from James. Can I say your last name, James? I don't know if you're at work. Can we?
No one's at
I don't
work.
know who James Trappin is, so I'll say it. Oh, sorry.
He's now getting.
Do you know him?
No.
Oh.
Oh,
know,
you're
but
not
he's-
joking? You're
He said pocket J's, that's why.
Pocket JJs. No, you don't know what that means either?
Just
Well, I know that,
Just
pocket
Jim.
J's in the sense of Jack, for your pocket pair of jacks, but
Oh.
Two J's, just.
I'm not a card guy, so
when I'm
I'll play.
You want to play cards?
in war.
James probably goes by Jim or like when I see him he's I don't know.
All right, so if I said Jim Trappin, you're going to go, oh!
No, you click on his profile
Oh, that
picture,
guy,
you'll know
yeah,
who this guy
yeah,
is.
yeah.
I'm just bad with
He owes Buena Vista
you
Pizza
could be
money.
like, you could right now be like, do you know who Tony Walker is? I'd be like, God, that name sounds familiar. I feel like I know him.
Who is
I feel like I
that?
know him.
Unless
Who
you've
is-
signed a check, he clearly has no idea who you are. Felix has.
Felix hasn't been the same since that Ashley Madison email dump. Speaking of McRibs, Rich Rada, has anyone ever noticed that a McRib looks the same coming out as it does going in? If you turn it the wrong way, it looks like a turd in a butt crack.
Not a deal breaker, Andrew. Not a deal breaker. Again, you're going to have to come up with worse information
The other
for me
thing
to
is,
not
like,
eat the
also, if
McRib.
that's how it comes out, you really got to get yourself checked out. 'cause
Yeah,
the ribs are all red.
Yeah, I mean, yeah. I mean, at least chew your food is all I'm saying.
I found it though. I don't know if you can hook this up or this is the Minecraft thing.
Oh, all right.
This is my son doing Minecraft. I don't know if you can or not. If not, it doesn't matter. I can show it to you.
Hold it
after
up to your camera.
Yeah, that might. Can we get it?
No. You know what? I sold it. I sold it without clearing it. That's what happened. Here, wait, hold on. Oh boy. Oh, sorry.
We now have two cameras in the studio.
There we go. Camera, right? I'm gonna try to mic this and camera this all at the same time. This is high tech gesture gym stuff,
That,
right?
that wasn't
here.
even a bendable pole, but he's a CrossFitter. You see the way he just pulled that sucker in like that? That was Kevlar.
Now here's the great thing is because there's the delay. I can't tell if you guys can even see this or.
Well, we'll tell
It's
you. We can
okay.
see it over here.
Just hold it up a little closer than you think.
Yeah. I'm gonna go.
Here's the thing, juggling fire
Little
during
closer.
the day right now, I actually can't see the entire flame when I juggle. What I mean by that is the sun is...
And today we are going to be going into a roof and we're going to the end to see an ender dragon. I don't think it's cute though. I don't know if it's going to be cute or not cute. Which one is it going to be cute?
away from the sun.
That's him. Like you see his face, he goes and logs off so fast.
It was like one of the commercial reads on one of the shows.
Oh my goodness. Now,
That
and I had
is
no
so
idea.
cute.
I had no idea what he was doing in there, like playing, when he does Minecraft. And now I know he's just maybe it's cute, not so cute.
I don't even know.
These
I have
dragons.
no idea what Minecraft is.
Well, it's a game.
Fortnite, Minecraft, none of
All right,
never. What was the other one? people
Roblox
used
is
to.
big right now, and I have
no,
no
no.
idea
What was
what
the one
that
back in the day that people used to play?
Grand Theft Auto?
No. On the phones, it was like Angry Birds,
Angry
and
Birds,
then
where they
Candy
would
Crush.
walk over-
Flappy
Yeah.
Never played
Birds
any of them
too.
once. Not one time. I have
Have
no
you
idea.
heard
me
of
neither.
Windows 95?
What's Windows?
The Windows.
Yeah.
over there.
I feel like somebody's making fun of my dial-up service I have at home.
Yeah, he is AOL.
Oh,
I do, but
I know.
in fairness, that's how Verizon dumped us. They sold to AOL the emails.
Tony's so into it. Look, he's watching.
I am.
It
I'm
again.
watching. I thought that was great.
That is
Yeah.
pretty good.
It was. I mean, I can't even hear it now. But yeah, don't mind me. As you're watching a show, I'm
Yeah,
just
I like that.
watching TV.
I like that. I'm
Yeah.
getting TikTok notifications while
Yes.
it's.
Yeah.
Chris Savini's watching. Hello, Chris. John is watching. I knew a midget once. He's not alive anymore because he jumped off a curb.
Poor guy, never had a chance.
From there, that might be your best one yet, pal. There is no turning Rich Raider off to the McRib.
No,
That's true.
None.
And here's like the nerve-wracking thing about it, and I don't care because I don't eat them. But like I was kind of looking at like why they go away, like why do they go away and come back? And it turns out that it's the amount of like how much it costs the pork industry. So you don't even know when they're going to
Oh my
take it
god!
away
I
from you.
still thought you were talking about midgets.
Well, yeah, when she said I don't eat them anymore, I said midgets.
When she goes,
Whoa,
when she goes, I don't know
wait.
why they go away and
Eating-
come back. I'm like, what is
Eating midgets is year-round. The McRib is seasonal. I mean, you don't.
Right.
There's no
Oh,
midget
my
season.
I didn't know that. Like I couldn't figure out why it was seasonal. But so you don't know 1 month from the next
No,
when
but
it's going to go away.
there's a lot of history behind the McRib, and you'd have to do 2 Knockem Dead shows to really dive into it. It would be as riveting as when Geraldo opened Al Capone's vault, unfortunately. So let's just not talk about the McRib.
Chris
But they're
Savini's-
good.
Savini says it's a waste of time. I'm assuming you're talking about the video games, Chris. Are you? What are you? One of those? Get off my lawn! Let the kids play. Shut up.
Shut up.
Shut up. All right, so let me go back to the other question now. What do you think? They're opening arenas, so they got this place is
Which is good for my comedy shows because I usually only do arena shows.
Right.
So I got that. So that's going to be good. It's going to be weird at City Field when there's only 5,000 people at my show, but I'm going to.
City
I'm
Field
gonna
is
move on.
used to that amount of people, yeah.
Only after the 5th inning.
Yeah, right.
No, this year they'll be good.
No, you're used to the arenas because you're sweeping.
That's true. I do.
cleaning the
I
seats,
do clean a lot of bathrooms at the arena.
Get your popcorn.
No, I think. Listen, I'm being optimistic. I think if I had to pick a target date where I think things start getting back in the groove, I'd say 4th of July. I would say that more and more people are getting. And again, let me preface this: I don't give a shit who you vote for. It doesn't matter. It's right. It's not a political thing.
did.
You do know the voting's over, right?
No, but I'm saying, but,
Just like,
but
you're like, it doesn't matter who you vote for. I'm
But
like,
people
nah.
sort of judge, about
Yeah, no, I
like
got
how this pandemic was handled based on who they voted for. Who gives a shit?
Right.
It's here. It's happening. It's whatever.
Absolutely.
The vaccine alone, just the amount of people who are going to get vaccinated, I think. And if they step it up, whatever side of the aisle you vote on. I mean, it's good for business, right?
Right.
Businesses opening is a good thing, and I think by middle of the year we're gonna be cranking pretty good again. Not 100%, but damn, 50, 60, 70% would be great compared to last year.
Yeah,
Right.
I mean, get this guy out of his backyard is all I'm saying.
But I'm confused though. How do they allow arenas? What you think? Because it's more intimate here in a place like this that we're.
I think
people are
it's.
closer,
I
or-
think it's. Listen, bottom line is, it's a revenue grab too. I mean, you have the revenue from professional sports is massive, and these owners are they got a lot. They got billions of dollars in there. How much did Citi Field, Yankee Stadium, MSG, all those stadiums? How much did they lose in revenue? Right.
Yeah.
I mean,
well,
and this, but I think these places will be. I think
they got to be right behind it, right?
Oh, maybe in front of it too. I mean, they're not going to say you can open up at 10%. You can't operate a place at 10%.
Right.
You can't operate a food and beverage place at 10%.
Right.
So I mean, unless they do takeout, which would be good for my comedy and Jeff's. I mean, just not to have it on the premises. Would you like that to go? Yes.
Yes.
Yes. No, we're going to stay. Could you have those two guys go? That's how it would be. Get them in the car. Get them out of here. But I think middle. The crazy part is that we might pick up during what you would normally consider in retail on Long Island. You know, January, February, July, and August are like your 4 months of a little bit down. So watch, they'll lift the waivers and they go, all right, go, and everyone will be like, I'm going to the beach,
right?
You know,
yeah.
But I think 4th of July would be my day where I think it picks up.
And how hesitant do you think people are going to be at first?
You're going to have two kinds of people. You're going to have the people who are going to be in their house in bubble wrap for the rest of their life, which, okay, no offense, they weren't fun anyway. And then you're going to get the other people who have been running out of their house during this, saying this is all bullshit, and they're going to run out and they're going to be. I think. Look, you like staying home. How many people do you know can't stay home?
Oh,
they're
yeah.
dying right now, right?
Yep.
They're like, oh my god, I got to get out. I got to get out.
Oh,
I gotta
yeah.
get out.
Yeah, no, I'm a cautious person. Like I'm cautious. And I follow the rules. So the minute that everything's lifted and whatever else, I'm gonna be out there. I'm gonna be, going to places. As soon as they say you can, I will. So I'll be that group of people.
Yeah.
Like that's not run out of their house now, but also isn't like staying home in bubble wrap either.
Right.
If that makes
Right,
any
right.
sense.
Which, by the way, if you haven't done it, don't knock it. Is all I'm saying. Guy who juggles knives should probably not use
Bubble wrap
too
himself.
much.
Yeah, it's not a bad idea.
Yeah.
You watch my show tomorrow. Bubble wrap.
What do you
Bubble wrap
think's
just-
going to go down? How do you see? I mean, you're a sports guy too. You like sports, and watching these games with those screens of people or the cardboard things is just freaky after a while.
I don't like the visual, but I'm a sports guy, but I'm mostly baseball. I'm a baseball fanatic.
Right.
Watching the games last summer, I hated the visual of these cardboard cutouts, but audio-wise, when you're just seeing what's going on the field, for the viewer, in my opinion, it sounded the same because they were playing, recorded
piping
background
in
noise.
stuff, right? Yep.
Yeah,
That
it didn't
sounded the
matter
same
to me at all. Like I thought it was great.
I think the players feel it because
Yes.
home field in sports on most
It's a big
sports is
deal.
pretty big, right?
Right.
And
And
I
they
think
didn't have it. Right.
like football to me, home field is the biggest advantage, right?
Right,
Football,
yes.
because it just snap counts and all that stuff. But you can hear these guys drop a pin, and you're like, that's creepy.
And that was, I enjoyed that at first with baseball last year. I thought it was cool at first hearing what they were all saying to each other, hearing the arguments with the umps.
Right.
After a while, I was like,
You're like, I heard that guy spit out his seeds.
Right.
It's like enough already.
Right.
Yeah.
And I just,
No spitting.
it wasn't the same after a while. I was like, all right, that was interesting. But after a while, it just wasn't the same because there was, like you said, the home field advantage. That energy wasn't there. And the whole season was, 2 months?
No, let me
It
ask you
just
this
didn't
though:
feel right.
you like music, you like comedy. If you saw your favorite, whoever your favorite musician would be, right? Okay, or comedian, and they go, okay, we're doing a new show, and the guy's going on stage in front of 10% of MSG, let's say, to do it.
I'd be thrilled.
Would you? And you had to watch it at home though.
Oh,
would you
okay.
get the same? You wouldn't get the
No,
same.
I wouldn't
thing.
watch it at
yeah,
home.
You're right.
Like seeing a concert live is like everything.
Absolutely right.
A comedy show, listen, Zoom comedy, don't get me wrong. I mean, funny's funny.
Right.
It's not the same as
not
being
the
in the
same.
crowd. Because part of the fun of being at a comedy club is somebody behind you's got a weird laugh or somebody else is poking and not
Right.
getting it or whatever, and you see the crowd. That's fun.
Well,
Yeah,
and
but if it's I'm sorry to interrupt, but if it's someone who you're not going to get to see, I mean, like let's face it, like even a lot of the rock and roll bands that we love, they're getting freaking old. Like they're dropping like flies. So like if they don't want to like tour around the country anymore, and we get to see them
what do
on
you
a
have against
Zoom
Menudo?
concert,
Go to Menudo. They're all 13.
I
Hang
would
in
watch
there.
that. But
Yeah.
if I had a chance to see like the same concert a year later that we waited till after COVID, I'd wait and see it in person. So it would depend on whether they were still going to go out there, because a lot of them are retiring now. Like you see a lot of, like how many artists have like made an announcement that they're not going back out there, COVID or not. They've just like retired.
You mean
like,
musicians?
Wasn't it
Really?
like
I didn't know that.
no one? Yeah, there was. There were a couple of It wasn't like Fleetwood Mac. There
Lance
was a
Bass
couple.
from NSYNC has announced he's not going on tour. Oh, and by the way, no one bought tickets.
All right, this is so sad that I know this, but actually, NSYNC just said that they're getting back together for a couple of tours. So I mean,
He's right. He's right. That is sad.
I'm a little worried about both. Hey, speaking of which, that reminds me. Maybe you want to turn the phones on in case DJ D Love is trying to call.
Yeah, they're on.
Oh, they're on. All right, cool.
is
Thanks.
this DJ the guy that was commenting and you said sorry? We'll get you in next month or whatever.
Yes, DJ D Love. He calls all the time, and he raps for us on the phone.
Oh my God, I will
And-
beatbox while he raps.
Perfect.
Oh, that'd be cool.
He bitched at us on Tuesday.
He'll love that.
We forgot to turn the phones on Tuesday, and we never got his call. He bitched at me, so hopefully he's trying now.
Tuesdays are packed with trivia.
Was it
Right.
DJ D-Love?
DJ D Love,
Yeah.
and
DJ
he's
D-Love.
telling us now.
Yo, DJ.
I'm a little worried though, because he's telling us that he sparked up a friendship with Mark Wahlberg, who supposedly has promised him some stage time because New Kids are doing a tour, and they're
It's
promised.
New Kids. See, I was wrong about that.
I thought the other Wahlberg was in New Kids.
What did I say? Did I say
Mark.
Mark? I don't know
it's
whichever.
Donnie.
Donnie Wahlberg, the Blue Bloods guy.
I'm
right?
worried more about him. Yeah. Wait, can you name more than one member of the Backstreet Boys?
Absolutely.
Get out.
How many boy bands did you try to start back when you were 17?
Oh my God. So we talked about crossover. Best joke that someone like slammed me with was I had a night of drinking and I had to coach the 5 a.m. CrossFit class.
5 a.m.
So I showed up 4 o'clock in the morning to open up the gym, and I just didn't change my clothes. I still had ripped jeans, and I threw on a leather jacket. And the first athlete walked in and goes, "What are you, in sync having auditions? What's going on?"
Yeah, really.
Like,
Let's set up the camera. We got room here over here where the couch was. Let's get some moves. Let's see what.
no, I'm not.
Come on.
I'm really joking about this boy band thing. I don't know that much about
Oh,
it.
you're kind of not.
Yeah. I feel the ripped jeans and the leather jacket.
We-
Says otherwise.
Mood.
Yeah.
I'm not in the mood to show you what I got. This would be really sad if I just knew how to.
Can you imagine if he hurt his back just doing that one
If
move?
you saw a guy doing that on a train platform, you'd think he was having a seizure, wouldn't you? You'd instantly yell for a doctor.
I was impressed. I can't do that, so I was impressed.
You can't do.
No, I can't do that. I have one leg.
How I get
can't.
all the ladies, my friend.
You have one leg? You kidding? I never knew.
Oh, you remember what you remember what we did to those kids? Well, all right, let me.
Oh, no, I think
Oh
me follow that
my God.
Sallie, I'm going
Here's the
to...
thing. This would be the time the internet goes out off, and that's the last thing we hear is, "You remember what we did to those kids?"
two stories. Go with the kids first, and then I want to say when I met you about your leg and everything like that.
Oh, all right. Well, yeah, they're both leg stories.
I can't escape the kid stuff. It's either you or Mosey. I can't. I don't even know where to turn.
We were performing. I think it was the Sweet 16. In fact, and I have videos. They brought in this guy. They brought in this Michael Jackson impersonator who was fantastic. You remember
Yes,
that?
he was amazing.
Well, again, performing the music, not doing other things Michael Jackson did. But then, so after he was done
We're gonna have to
dancing,
delete this show.
The views of Tony Walker did not represent anybody else. I'm just saying.
after he was done dancing, remember we decided to make fun of him. You came to me, you're like, go in the middle of the dance floor and spin that leg. So I did. I did. I went out there and I just went like that.
And the guy was like, "I'm out. I can't do
The
that."
place got you could hear a pin drop. The whole place.
That's the interesting thing about it. Like when something like that happens, it's amazing how loud a room is, and then all of a sudden everyone goes,
What?
Oh my God!
You don't
he
remember
just
that?
spun
I
his
do
leg.
remember
okay,
that. Yeah. Hold on, I'm letting you tell the story.
All right, what was yours?
Well, no. So when I first met Tony and he had me come by or whatever else, I, noticed that you had no leg. But I was a gentleman. I didn't ask you outright, like, where the fuck's your leg?
"What the fuck is this?"
Do you need a few more minutes to get ready? I see you're missing a leg.
I don't know if you know,
So-
but there's no leg.
So I asked, I think Sal.
Okay.
I asked Sal. I said, "Hey, what happened with Tony's leg?" He's like, "You don't know?" I'm like, "No clue." He goes, "Dude, shark attack. You don't read the papers? He lost his leg last year in a shark attack." I went, "What?" He's like, "Yeah, right up the coast." So you gotta Google that. And I went home and I Googled it. Couldn't find it or whatever else. I come and I have the balls to ask you about it. You're like, "Yeah, shark attack," and you're just straight faced with it, tell me about it. And then all of a sudden you're like, "No, not shark attack," and then you tell me what it really was. You're like, "I can't believe you would believe that." I'm like, "Why would I not? Why would I think that you would lie about your missing leg story?"
It's a better story than the real story.
Well, I mean, yeah, but
But it's a lie.
down the room here.
So I
Hold on.
I have a comedy bit that does that is really funny. Gets to the whole and then you talk about the ending of the story. It's just like, oh, all right, well, that's really. I don't know why I enjoy it so much. I love doing it.
Sounds hilarious.
I love bringing it all the way up and then just.
I do that all the time, but not on purpose.
Yeah.
Let's see here. Let's see what's cooking here. Going back. Wow, a lot of comments. This is great.
Have we gotten a bartender yet for Felix?
I don't know. We're about to find out.
Okay.
Yeah, you right there. Minecraft, Tetris. There you go.
Yeah, okay, there it is. Chris Savini says hi. Yeah, Savini was talking about the video games. Thank God for the pork industry. If it wasn't for pig sex and a good porkin' forkin', the McRib wouldn't exist.
There you go. There you go. And by the way, I think it's cute that they think there's pork in the McRib.
Hello, Fran.
What
Thanks
was
for
it?
joining us.
I was reading. Did you hear about like Subway a couple of weeks ago? You know how they already can't say that the bread is bread. They have to say it's something else because there's so much sugar in the bread that they can't call it actual bread.
Wait, who can't?
What?
Who is
Yeah.
this?
Subway.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
so
like
much sugar
remember
in-
there was like the thing like several years ago where it's like it's not really a foot.
Who would have thought that they'd have a bigger controversy than Jared?
And then okay, so so they already had the the not 12 inches, then it's not bread,
Yeah.
and then they just analyzed the tuna fish, and they don't
Dolphin.
They don't know what it is, but there's in the lab there's no tuna whatsoever.
But again, not a deal breaker. I feel like you know.
They,
but
they
but
didn't
isn't it
say,
funny?
but don't worry, it's shrimp. Like they didn't say that. They just said
Yeah.
we
Yeah.
find no tuna.
Right. It's wow. Imagine down south that they're more pissed off about the sugar in the bread than Jared. They're like, yeah, big deal. Cut him slack.
So all the stuff we're talking about here, Carrie just wants to know where her couch is. Carrie, we're getting a new couch delivered today. So we took the old one.
She wants a couch over there.
What?
She wants a couch over there.
Yeah,
Well,
so we
where else
had
did you have?
So yeah, Carrie, we
I
had a
thought
couch.
She was getting a couch. You know.
Oh, no,
I didn't
no.
know.
Talking about her couch.
We had
Yeah,
the couch over in the
Carrie.
corner, but we're getting a new delivery. We
All
were
right.
just borrowing a couch for one of the other offices for a while, and a new couch is being delivered today. So we came in early to move it out of the way, and then as soon as we put it all the way down the hallway, we were like, "Uh-oh, where's Jim going to sit?"
Hold on. All right, I was gonna ask: is this a couch for like guests to sit on?
Yes.
Yeah.
Like, and then you get like a little, microphone, and they get to
Yep.
very much,
That's
feel
why.
comfortable.
That's
That's
why
what those
by you
headsets
there's a
are for.
microphone and a headset because the headset sits on the couch.
You didn't want to go beanbag chair, like 2 beanbag chairs, something cool, like stylish, you know.
But I don't
Big
know.
bean. You ever
Is
see
this
the big-
1977?
You ever
What
see
are you
the
talking
big
about?
beanbag chairs? Those are.
They're
Oh,
stylish?
I used to have the beanbag
come on.
chairs.
No, I appreciate that I'm coming, and you guys gave me a table out of the club with a black cloth over it. But that's great. You know?
Actually, this one
Yeah.
was in the parking lot, but I think it's
Yeah.
nice. You think you
no,
got
it's
one
great.
for the
I'm
club.
glad. That,
Because we're trying to
I was
distance.
top priority.
Yeah.
It's good. It's good. Couch comes tomorrow. You couldn't be like, hey, can you show up Monday?
Yeah.
Hey,
Because
you
I had
guys-
so much to do with my virtual show.
Come back. Come back. You come back every day.
We actually asked you guys to come in so you could help us move the couch.
You got VIP. You got a
Gets delivered in
This
an
is the
hour.
first time we've had guests. We just need like movers.
Can you tell him that normally no one even gets a tablecloth? He's VIP.
That's right.
Oh, listen, I want to be the first person on the couch. That's what I'm saying.
Sally Annie says Mark Wahlberg went to jail for beating up a special needs person. I don't really.
Really?
Did he really? Like
and
recently?
Whitey Bulger almost made him go bye-bye for it. Who's Whitey Bulger?
Whitey
Oh,
Bulger was
that's
the
the-
gangster guy from the
From
Boston, area. that-
Remember the guy?
Johnny
They-
Depp
they
played him in
just-
the movie,
They just,
remember?
they just found him this year.
Yeah, they found him like last year. Like,
Yeah.
he was
Kidding.
hiding out in yeah.
He he had a girlfriend living in a whole other state. I forget where they found him, but not Massachusetts. Like it was like Arizona or something. And all of a sudden, someone knocks on the door. He's like,
Busted.
yeah.
Oh, now Carrie wants to know what happened to my leg.
Shark attack.
Weren't you listening?
Not the sea creature, the vacuum. It's really a terrible story. It's embarrassing.
Yeah.
But yeah.
My nickname wasn't Hoover for nothing.
That's right.
What time? What time you got? Because that couch is coming.
52. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
You should
12:30, right? Or 12 o'clock.
12 o'clock.
listen. 2 free garlic knots. Whoever comes up with the best story of why you lost your leg,
Oh, that's a good one. That's a good one.
Garlic nuts.
we'll get Bella Vista to throw in that extra knot for that person.
The extra knot. I was only able to keep. There's only one person in this world that I was able to fool with that shark story without laughing, and that person. No, not you.
Oh.
Sal told you. So I
and
didn't-
and they're still together till this day.
that was a waitress in a diner. Some waitress. I just told her, and I was able to not laugh. But that's it. All right. So I wanted to ask. So we were talking about music, and we were talking a little bit before we went on the air. So we got 2 music stories going on today. We got the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame announced their candidates for the inductees.
Oh, it's not
Evidently
the
there's-
actual list today. It's just the candidates.
The nominees, those are the
How-
nominees. The
How-
voting is open and they crash the site, I think, the first day.
How
did
many
they? Yeah.
people do they usually throw on the list, and how many people make it?
There's probably, 10 on the list?
There's usually
and then
10 or so, but a couple
6
of them are
maybe
like,
make
they're
it.
from categories where they're not like, nominated by the normal, there are people in there that shouldn't be in there, and then people get very high and mighty that, it's supposed to be rock and rollers only. All right, it's a music hall of fame now. We can agree on that.
Well, that's a short list. It's like only 6 people or groups make it, but they nominate 10.
No, I don't think is there a limit to how many can get in per year? I didn't think so.
Well, what she's saying, though, if they don't, not everybody who's nominated gets in.
No. Right, but I'm saying, I don't think there's a
No, they
limit
don't
to how
limit
many
it to
can
6,
get nominated.
But that's
in.
usually how it works out. It's usually 6 or 7.
Well, you look at that list. How can they stop that at 6? That list has got to. There's got to be 8, 9, 10 slam dunks on that list.
All right, Devo.
Coin flip. I'll give them
Coin
a coin.
flip,
Give them
yeah.
a coin flip. Okay.
All right.
Remember, they don't just go by. They go by innovation. How many? Were they a trendsetter in the? I personally wouldn't put Debo in, but I know people who would.
They were, granted. But what was it?
Just for the hats
1981,
alone,
they were
though. Just
huge,
for the
I
hats
get it,
alone,
but-
they should get in. No.
Yes. So if we were talking about boy band Hall of Fame.
Oh wait, let's get back to O-Town.
Wow. Yeah, for someone who doesn't know a lot about him, you seem to be pulling them all out of the woodwork.
I have an iPod.
What, like, I saw like a one list, and I don't even know if it's a correct list. Is Huey Lewis on?
No, he's not on.
news?
They were saying people who should be nominated but didn't like.
Like, he's not in
look,
it?
Jay,
Yeah.
Jay-Z's
That's
a slam
crazy.
dunk, whether you like that music or
Agreed.
not. Jay-Z's a slam dunk. Foo Fighters to me are a slam dunk.
Agreed.
Okay. New York City Dolls are on there, right? They were probably the
I never heard of 'em.
premier
New York Dolls.
punk rock
David
heavy
Johansen.
band back in the day,
right,
right? They
sure.
should be in there. There's Alice in Chains is on there. I think
are they?
is Alice in Chains
I don't
on
recall
that list.
seeing them. Oh, no. Rage Against the Machine.
Rage.
was on there.
Okay, still
They deserve it.
should be in there.
Tina Turner.
Tina Turner should be in there.
Tina Turner and
how
Carole
is Carole
King.
King not in
How
there?
are they not in there already? I was blown away by that.
Well, that's
It's
what I
like,
felt
who's
about
Carole
like
King?
Huey Lewis.
Yeah.
Like, how is Huey Lewis not in there? It's crazy.
Well, the same reason that Boston Foreigner sticks. Like if you grew up in that era where you listened to rock music, you're like,
Yeah.
how the hell are they not in there?
Right.
And then you'll hear a name and you'll go, that dude had one song.
Right.
But they put him in, so.
Bad Company's not in there. Huey Lewis
Right,
isn't in
Bad
there.
Company, that right, exactly.
One of my
How are they
favorite.
not in
I
there?
think I've heard of 10% of the people that you've.
What do you listen to? Static?
I grew up in the 80s.
Okay. Duran
No,
Duran?
I'm so
Are you
sorry.
a Duran
I'm sorry,
Duran
I
guy?
should say this. I was born in the 80s.
Who invited this
Grew
fucking
up
guy?
in the 90s.
We know each other, so I used to babysit him.
I was born in the 80s.
How do you think I learned how to juggle?
How'd you guys meet? Tony had a
sorry.
restraining order against him at a playground. Now we're going to find out about this leg.
Now you know the real story.
Where is that
It was,
line?
yeah, it was a seesaw accident or something. There's got to be something good here. What was that stupid thing that spun around at 100 miles
Yeah.
an
Oh,
hour?
I used to love
Kids
that
got
thing.
thrown off.
Oh, that was the best.
Yeah.
Until you lost
Right?
your
Did they
leg.
already get rid of those by the time you were around?
Yeah, but no, I'm sorry. They had them on the playground when I was a kid. I was probably the last generation of the lazy
danger
Susan.
zone.
The human lazy Susan.
Yeah. Or
Hey,
like we had the slide,
yeah.
like in our elementary school, we had this huge slide, and when you got all the way to the top, you looked down, and it was pavement.
And also, when you got off of it, it was
Falling
5 feet
off
high, and you
left
thought
and
it was the
right.
biggest thing in the world, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Did you go on in the middle of the summer? Like when we were a kid, there was only metal slides.
Oh, yeah.
So in the
So
summertime, you went
hot.
on there and you were like, well, that skin will come back.
Yeah, you leave all your skin on the slide.
Right.
Adam
Exactly.
Snare says it's too soon for the Foo Fighters. What does that even mean, Adam?
Dude, you're insane.
You have to be
They are the best rock band of the last whatever years,
Right.
and they've won I don't know how many Grammys, best albums.
You have to be around, I believe, the
it's-
minimum 25.
They-
It has to
they
be
are-
25 years since your first album.
This is
Oh, is that
25
true?
years.
There's like a rule.
Oh yeah, it's been that way.
Yeah,
for
95.
Foo Fighters, yeah.
Their first album came
Right.
out.
Yeah.
Right.
So they're
Absolutely.
eligible.
Are the Foo Fighters like a band? Or?
Yes.
Yeah.
Dave Grohl.
Dave Grohl.
Yeah.
I wasn't sure. You got me. He totally got me on that.
Well, I don't know if he's kidding.
Dave Grohl used to play the drums for Nirvana, now the lead singer
Oh,
of the Foo
that's
Fighters.
good.
Right. No, he's never was in NSYNC.
No,
he was
never
not in
in
NSYNC. Right. Although he did try.
He did try a couple solo things in between Foo Fighter albums that didn't do so hot, but they were.
Well, actually, he basically is the Foo
He
Fighters.
made that whole first album.
That
himself,
first album,
if
he
I'm
played
not
every
mistaken.
he does.
instrument and
But when
everything.
he tried to do just Dave Grohl music or something like that, it
Huh?
wasn't as.
He was offered to be the drummer in Tom Petty and the Heartbreakers. He turned it down.
Yep. Not a bad move.
Yeah,
For either of
it
them.
worked out for him.
Right.
Yeah.
But anyway, that list, I think there's 8. Oh, here, how is I still don't understand this, especially being a Long Islander. Like Pat Benatar should be in the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. Her Joan Jett's in, right?
Right.
Pat Benatar, and I guess you'd have to lump her husband in with her because he's Neil Jordan, but he's a great guitar player, and he's been on. Yep.
Do they care about like things that you continue to do, like your history, or just like a couple of great albums 25 years ago, like Pat Benatar? I don't know what she's done.
Well,
these
but
days.
if that's the case, look at Guns N' Roses, right? I mean, when they peaked, all their albums were 25 years ago, right? 25, 23, 30, whatever.
Yeah.
They were so good that was it, you know? I mean, you don't that body of work. And not everyone is the Stones.
Right.
And, you know, hey, let's put an album out.
Well,
We're
right,
80.
if Joan Jett is in there, then Pat Benatar deserves a
Right
be
now,
in.
Joan Jett,
Right.
I know, probably did more writing, and you know, she also. But I'm just saying, like Pat Benatar.
If you go by hits, she had
Pat
more
Benatar
hits.
was at the top of female rock and roll for more than one
The
year.
whole
Like,
MTV generation. She
absolutely.
was huge with all those
Absolutely.
bad videos.
Yeah.
The Love Is a Battlefield, where she played the stripper who. Remember they danced the pimp away. Remember?
Oh
Did
wait,
she
hold
did
on!
not.
I didn't have you on camera for that.
Oh,
Please,
yeah, that's all right.
please do the pimp
No, I don't know
girl
what you're talking
dance
about.
again. Come on,
And I
I'm
mean,
now.
making fun of my dance moves, but look at you over
See,
there, sir.
but I rest my case. See, I said,
And how
I'm
is
already
Milli
paid.
Vanilli not in? I mean, you know,
Milli
I mean,
Vanilli, right.
it's a tragedy in itself. Milli
Right.
Vanilli not being.
I
in.
agree.
Or they could put him in and then pull them out, like they did with the Grammy. They gave it to him and took it back. But do you have that list of who's
Song
eligible?
that skipped on Milli Vanilli.
I could find it. I don't have it with me right now.
I would be curious because I think that Tina Turner, Jay-Z, Carole King, Foo Fighters, is it Rage Against the Machine?
Yeah.
yeah.
Okay, that's 5 I think are automatic.
There were a couple. There were a handful. I did.
There was one name on there I have no idea who that person is. Guaranteed they get in.
Oh yeah, it was.
They had like 11 vowels.
It was a
and-
it was a world music artist.
Right, but those are the people that get in.
Oh, Shaka Khan is on the list.
Shaka Khan.
Mary J. Blige is on the list.
Oh, she's good. No,
She is
she's
good.
she's really good.
Kate Bush.
Don't know.
Yeah, she's
I don't know.
Yeah,
She,
the
she's been in
B-52s,
England.
right?
the Go-Go's are on the list,
The
right?
Go-Go's
the
on the
Go-Go's
list.
should probably get in.
Iron Maiden, they should get
Done. There's 6 right there. 7, I think.
in. Jay-Z, Chaka Khan, Carole King. You're talking about Fela Kuti.
Don't know who that
World
is.
music
But if
artist.
anyone knows the name of a Fela Kuti song,
98 Degrees on there?
no, just Nick. As a solo artist.
LL Cool J, New York Dolls, Rage Against the Machine, Todd Rundgren, who I would personally put in.
See,
Who's-
okay,
who's Todd
someone's
Rundgren?
going to have to tell me that Todd Rundgren, everyone keeps raving that Todd Rundgren should be in. I feel like I could name 100 people that should be in before Todd Rundgren.
All right, but here's
Who
the
is
thing.
he?
Here's all right.
Thank you.
Well, Hello, It's Me. You remember that song?
He sounds like a woman
Oh,
sometimes.
you know the one where they say hello and it's me.
It's me.
Why would you put Todd Rundgren in?
All right. Well, also, bang. I don't want to work. I just want to bang on the drum all day.
Got
That's
it.
Todd Rundgren.
Okay,
Because
he shouldn't be in.
he's had some hits, but he was also the driving force behind a lot of bands. He was instrumental. He produced Bat Out of Hell.
There's a guy who should be in also. How is he not in?
Meatloaf?
Well, who is bigger than Meatloaf with those albums? Nobody.
That one album, the first album.
How many? Look
Yeah,
up.
just
I
the
got
one album.
How
Was-
many
was-
hits do you think? How many hits do you think Meatloaf had?
No, all right. You're
All
right.
right. More importantly, the other guy's not in. The guy who wrote all
wrote
the
it,
songs
Jim
is in the
Steinman.
Writers Hall of Fame, but
Right.
not the Rock Hall of Fame. That's
Right.
another stupid
All right,
thing.
all right.
But some guy
There
named
is a
Otis.
Writers Hall of Fame?
Otis.
Oh yeah,
there's a
Songwriters Hall of Fame.
Songwriters Hall of Fame.
Yeah.
What,
There's the
do
Long
you-
Island Music
Do you have
Hall
a
of Fame.
submission? Are you?
I'm going to go for it.
All
You know,
right.
I have new goals. I have new goals.
I mean, when they get one for somebody who could do that, I mean, I
Well,
think you're in.
He can beatbox.
That's-
This man can
Where's
beatbox.
DJ D Love?
I know he hasn't called, huh?
And the beat. I mean,
Hold on.
oh,
Oh, jeez, I need headphones and all.
Hello. Welcome to the Knockem Dead Radio Show.
There he is. Can you turn him up a little bit?
Perfect timing.
DJ D Love, how are you, pal?
Good, how you been?
We're doing all right. We are thrilled that you called. Thrilled.
That was so weird.
I
look
know,
over
I
and
know.
there's
It's been a
nothing,
long
and then all of a
time
sudden
here,
it's on.
Tony.
So how's everything? You doing all right?
Oh, I'm doing peachy. I'm doing going good, guys.
All right. You're enjoying yourself now that you're out of quarantine, right?
Yep.
All right. Now guess what?
What's up, buddy?
You're gonna. I mean, obviously you're gonna rap for us today, right?
Oh, I don't know. I actually got a nice little rap for you guys today.
Okay, well, guess what? We have for you. We have a guy in here. His name is Jim. His name is Jester Jim. Say hi to Jim.
Here just for you.
What's up, Justin Jim? What's going on, buddy?
What's up, DJ D Love?
Can't get him to be Jouster Jim at all.
No,
not going to happen.
I will not disrespect the Jester. We also have Rich Rada in here. DJ.
What's up,
Rich
DJ?
Rada's here.
What's up, guys?
All right. But
This
now,
DJ D-Love.
but DJ, guess what? Jester
What,
Jim.
buddy?
Jester Jim is a beatbox artist, so he's going to beatbox behind your rap.
Good, that's good. I need somebody like that.
Yeah, I think it's going to be great. Now, and before we get to that, because we're going to save the best for last. So before we get to that, what's going on with the New Kids on the Block?
Oh, well, I'm going to so far they've been texting me, and I think I got a concert coming up in February 25th.
February 25th? So what's the deal? They want you to go up to Boston for this?
No, actually, no, I'm going to Vegas.
You're going to Vegas?
Yep.
Are they paying for your flight?
Yes, actually, there's somebody, Danny Wood's picking me up, actually.
Donnie Wahlberg is hooking you up.
He's picking him up.
Yep.
Oh, picking you up? Is that what you said?
Danny Wahlberg.
Yep.
The other guy, lesser known.
Wow. And you've talked to him yourself, or has he talked to your cousin?
No, not yet. No, they talk to me a lot on what do you call it, Hangouts.
Oh, okay. On the Hangouts. All right. Cool. Well, I hope that works out. That would be fantastic.
10% capacity.
Oh, I can't wait. It's gonna be a great show. It's just like one show. That's it. Like a solo show.
Right.
Whatever.
Right. So you jump on stage for a couple of songs, and then you're off.
Yep.
Are you learning the choreography?
Choreography. Yes. You're gonna be doing the dance moves with the guys.
Oh yeah, of course I actually know. Oh yeah.
I looked at Rich for the.
Like I knew the answer.
Yeah. I'm like, the the
Jazz hands.
I don't know why I looked at him like that with one stink eye. Sorry, DJ D Love. My English
It's
stopped
okay though,
working.
brother. It's okay. I have to get it back. Don't diss me like that. Now, come on now, really.
Psyched for this duet.
Yeah, I'm very excited about this
All
duet.
right, well, take it away.
Are you ready, DJ D-Love, with today's song?
Just like Peaches and Her.
Yeah. Hold on a second. Here we go. Here we go. It's about friends. Ready? Yo, my name's DJ D-Love, man. I got some friends out here, man. I know what I'm doing next, man. I'm just chilling with my friends, man. I'm Ghost Radio. I don't know about you guys, man. I'm just bugging and chilling, man. I know what I'm doing next, man. I'm on Ghost Radio. I can't wait to my show in August. Man, I'm just bugging and chilling, man. I don't know what's next, man. I'm going out later, man. All my cousins, homie. Man, I'm just bugging and listening. What you guys have what kind of thing you guys had? Man, you guys beat up the car, man. I know what I'm doing next. You suckers.
DJ Dude, that was awesome.
I see collaborations in the future.
I see a boy band in our future.
I will
Just
buy
saying.
the greatest hits album as soon as it comes out.
What'd you think
I
of
got
that,
a
DJ D-Love?
song. I have a song too on YouTube, but it's blocked right now. But I wish I could play it one day for you guys on YouTube. It's awesome.
All right, yeah.
It's a long line of Kentucky Put Up, and that song is fire.
But
Are you-
by DJ D-Love.
Are you How I Work It?
No, it's called Online Walkie Talkie Pro Up by DJ D-Love.
and why is it blocked?
Because I don't want nobody to know where I'm at. That's why I'm smart.
Oh, you blocked it.
No, because
Yeah.
if he makes it into like if he goes on stage with New Kids on the Block.
Oh, they don't want to be upstage.
People are gonna start to research him. He may not want his home address or
Oh,
I get
understood.
I can
Understood.
already hear the ego in That's awesome.
Well, that was.
Oh, Tony, tell us about my show's coming up.
What's
Hey,
that?
Tony, tell us about my show's coming up in August.
Yep. On what is it? August 17th?
No, 20th.
August 20th.
Here at
August 20th, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to have DJ D-Love in the studio with us. He's doing his own special. August 20th.
Wow.
We're looking, that's going to be a lot of fun.
I mean, there's always a power outage.
DJ has.
And tell what kind of beat I have.
Tell him what?
Tell what kind of beat I got.
You got Nico on the beat.
Yep, L-I-T.
I like it?
No, it's called Nico on the Beat, L-I-T.
Oh, Nico on the beat, L-I-T.
Now, will he be
Yep.
performing in studio?
Yeah, you're going to be performing that day you're in here?
No, actually, I was gonna have people call in and see what was asking some questions and stuff like that. How long I've been DJing and all that. So yeah, that's gonna be up and stuff like that.
Right, so you want people to call in and talk to you. This will be your chance.
Exactly, yes.
This is your chance for your fans to connect with you on August 20th.
That's right. Yes, my fans are gonna be awesome.
Wow, yeah.
Hey, guess what? Oh, Tony, guess what, buddy? Guess I'm gonna be start doing too. I'll be selling T-shirts soon. Oh yeah.
You're selling T-shirts?
Pretty soon, yep.
Hold on, DJ D-Love. You have to take 1 second break here. You sent Sallie out for security?
No, that's not what I was doing at all.
Is that not what you just did?
That's not what I did. I knew who it was. I knew who that was. She didn't, so she went. But I didn't know how to stop her.
You
because I was
assessed
talking
the
to
danger
DJ.
level
I know,
immediately
yeah.
and said Sallie.
I knew who it was.
Pointed and was like,
yeah.
and
No,
Sallie
but-
got up, went like, I don't know. All
right, I'm
heart,
gonna-
my
Yeah,
heart's
he actually
racing.
went like this. He looked at me and he went,
No, that's not what happened.
yeah.
I
No,
thought
the
he did
reason-
this.
All right, I'm going to tell you the truth, and this is the God's honest truth. He hasn't been here in a long time. While we've been redoing the studio, we loaded his office with all the stuff that was in here. You could barely walk into his office. So when I saw him, I was trying to tell Sallie, like, hey, give him a heads up that he might not be able to walk into his office. That's what that was. That's
Yeah, he
but
went.
you-
He actually went into the main office, and if like my monitor blocks the sliding glass, so I just saw like the top.
Yeah,
of the
you
head
didn't
go
know
by.
who it was,
Like
right?
I didn't even. I just saw like the hair.
I saw your confused face. I was like, wow, here's someone that's not supposed to be in the building. Tony's sending Sallie out to deal
No,
with
I
it.
wasn't worried about it because I knew who it was.
She's clearly
but
packing something.
I will tell you, yes, Sallie is a ninja.
I would be
She
the
will
one.
yeah,
Oh,
she would be
yeah.
the one.
By the
to
way, as I
fight.
make fun of you, notice I'm close to the door, did not move it in.
I was trying to find a way to hide behind Sallie.
Yeah.
You know.
Even if I did know who it was, I still would be the one to beat up the bad guy.
All right, so DJ, I apologize so much for taking up your time on that. I just was curious.
It's okay. Hey, no, it's okay, bro. It's okay. I got you. Don't worry about that.
Because when you come in, I need the security to be tight here for you.
DJ, we have one question that's coming up on our Facebook feed here. Is your husband worried that, if you're hanging out in Vegas with New Kids on the Block, is your husband worried that there could be, some
Nope.
extra activities going on that he might not approve of?
No, he is totally devoted to Dorian.
Yeah, he's proven about it, so don't worry about that.
20 years now, right?
Can we give Plajados extra credit for using NKOTB? God, what is he? Jester
bet you-
Jim's friend? I mean,
Are you taking Dorian with you?
No, actually, no, not yet.
what happens in
Well,
Vegas, Tony?
that's not famous. My business is going to be right next door to you guys, so...
When you get
All right.
famous, you're going to build what? Your office right next door to us?
Studio right next to you
Oh, your
guys.
studio right next to us. Wow.
Deli's going out of business.
Oh,
That's right.
Man, I love those egg and cheese sandwiches. Do you think you could work still with the egg and cheese sandwich guy? Because that's going to be.
I mean, at least keep the drive-through.
Absolutely, yes.
I mean, I think that's big.
Yeah.
DJ D-Love.
Mr. Walker.
Yes, sir, yes.
Yeah, so when am I going to come in the show? I see you got people coming in. When can I come in?
No, we talked about it. You're going to come in sometime in April.
Let me know. All right, just text me, homie.
You got it, pal.
The years.
Every
I
time
got
you
one more
ask,
thing to
it
say to
gets
you.
postponed a month.
I got one more thing before I say to you.
Go ahead.
Andy, you're not a dirtbag, but Ken, you are a dirtbag.
I don't know. Yeah, he's got an issue with Ken Pichelle.
He's
Who
not
does?
a Ken.
DJ D-Love.
He's the nicest guy
I
in the
know,
world,
he keeps
DJ.
calling him a dirtbag. I'm
No,
not really sure
he's a
what that's
good
about.
guy. He's a good guy. Both
Ken-
you
You know
guys
why?
are good guys.
You know why I can't say that? Because
Why?
I said, no, how come I said that for, guys? Because I sent him a request on Instagram, he never got me back. So that's why I call him a dirtbag.
Wow, that was like all in unison on that.
That
You
was
know
pretty
what?
good,
This
right?
guy Ken is a dirtbag.
Yeah, now he is.
Yeah,
a
now
dirtbag.
we're gonna fix that, DJ. We're gonna fix
Yeah,
that.
we got to talk to Danny Wahlberg and get him
That's
to...
right. Yeah, right.
We'll have him call Ken.
We'll send him a Wahlburger.
All right, DJ D-Love.
I- I-
Super
Good
job.
job today. Good job.
Looking forward to more collaborations between you and Jester Jim.
Anytime.
That live at the Apollo album is gonna be amazing.
DJ D-Love.
You know what my saying is? Guess what, Juster? You know
What's
what
up?
my saying is going to be? You suckers!
Suckers! And there you go. DJ
I
D-Love.
don't even know what I'm doing.
You did fine.
That's his sign off. When he's done, he says suckers and he's gone.
I'm just joining in. You suckers!
You've been
Offending
dismissed.
everybody. It's fine. It's great.
You think he comes back from Vegas and big times you?
Oh, absolutely.
Like I see him coming back wearing like a Liberace outfit, and
Right.
just
bunch of guys behind him.
or just thinking he has him behind him, and he just goes about his day.
Tony who?
Tony Walker.
Now,
Dubs what?
Is DJ just a fan of the show?
He's a fan of all Gov's radio.
Okay.
But mostly this show.
Okay.
It started out on another
No,
show.
like Felix's show.
Yeah,
like,
it started
big
out
time.
on another show, and then
Does he bartend?
You know what? He should. He should, Felix. That's what you should
Rapid
get.
bartender.
That would be awesome.
Does Sallie bartend? Is that where she went?
If everybody's wondering why we're so confused, camera angles will not be switching for the next 20 minutes.
Was your egg and cheese sandwich ready? I mean, you really both.
I said
Actually, I
deli
just
before
left-
she got excited. She was like, "Ooh, bread and milk."
I actually just left it on the empty seat for the last 5 minutes. No, I'm kidding.
So what was that?
With Steven walking in, I wanted to make sure that door was open in case the couch guy knocked.
Oh, that's right. It is after 12, right?
Yeah, so I just wanted to make sure.
Oh, and you guys really do have the couch getting delivered.
Yeah,
today.
that's
Oh,
why.
yeah, for real.
Jim, we actually seriously
I know,
moved
I
the
think-
couch, we moved it down the hallway, and then we both went, "Oh my god, we just took away the seat." Like we thought we'd being like all efficient, getting everything done in the beginning.
The couch probably came in, and they're like, "Well, wait
Yeah.
till the jester
just-
guy and Rich
we don't
leave
want
because
his.
we're
We
not
don't want
gonna
his
fuck-
ass on it.
Don't get any of that jester juice on the couch."
Jester juice. Oh,
That should be your next merchandise.
yeah.
yeah.
You want that?
Jason-
Give me that Jester juice. Just give me that juice. DJ, let's write the song, buddy.
It's already done.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sucker.
I guarantee it's already done.
All right.
Good to hear from DJ D Love, though.
Absolutely.
And it really is always good to have like a sign off or a catchprise, whatever else, because you guys know it, right?
Suckers! We have headspin and we have suckers.
In my virtual show, I started grabbing the camera angle, grabbing the lens, and being like, welcome to my house, and let's do this in HD. In fact, let's do it. And I would turn it and go ultra wide HD, and I swear people see me, and that's what they'll quote. They'll just look at me,
Really?
they'll go ultra wide HD. Welcome to my house.
Perfect segue into my next thing because you talking about your videos.
Yeah.
People used to, I think, you go five
Fun facts.
5 fun facts for Friday,
Yeah, look at you.
and which I loved it. I used to love that.
Yeah.
And I miss it. I still miss
so
it.
much work.
Yeah, and trust me, I know because I don't know if you heard it, but we were giving you credit the other day for that because I feel we do Tuesday trivia, and I think I may have. I'm not going to say steal,
No,
but I think you inspired me to do Tuesday
licensed.
trivia. Licensed.
Just waiting for the
That's
ritual.
how he gets something out of it.
Thanks a lot, Jim.
We-
My whole freaking Monday night has been trying to find trivia questions.
Tonight we'll be doing Thursday gibberish. So
It is like Rich Rita Thursday around here now.
It is,
'Cause
it is.
You're on here with us on Thursdays.
I know.
You're on at 7 o'clock.
I might just go to the drive-through next door for some lunch and just hang out in the lot
Sleep,
like
yeah.
a seagull.
And then when the club opens again, we'll be doing live from the green room.
Oh,
which you're
there we go.
a part of.
Jousting Fridays. It'll be great.
Jousting Friday.
Jousting. I'm telling you, I don't discount Jouster Jim. I think there's legs there. I think there's.
I think there's legs there.
I think in parts of Pennsylvania
I'm
that is
thinking
a
if
sell.
if I show up with like 30 turkey legs, give 15 on each side, show up with
That's
two
what I'm
jousting sticks, and I just lay them down. I'm thinking something happens.
Let the kids throw the turkeys at you, and you just chop them up.
I no, just put them down. I guarantee two dads are like, I mean, we should pick these up and like, who's not? It's a big red button that says "Do not press."
Absolutely right. What's that?
What?
It says the amazing Bosie. It does.
Amazing Bosie.
Yeah, put it on the speaker.
You're on the air, Bose.
Oh, why, hello, good sir.
You're on the air with Knockem Dead.
Do you guys want a minute?
On the air?
You're on the air.
Come on.
And
Hey, listen,
what name comes up?
Curious. I was just curious. Does, what was it, Jester Jim?
Do you want to
my
ask Jester
Lord.
Jim? He's here right now. Hold on. Say hi to the amazing Bosie.
All right, Amazing Bosie, what's up, man?
How you doing, sir? I was just curious. You were mentioning about Roblox earlier. I was wondering. I had a little accident with Stickmaster Luke. Would you, what would you suggest? A lube or like the tires?
This is where you were talking about. This is the guy that like
He's my co-host.
he lays out that like the moms with the knives thing, which I don't get. I don't even know what Roblox are. I mentioned that it's a video game, but I know my son is aware of what it is, but I have no clue what Roblox are. However, you're asking for pliers and anal toys and the rest of it. So
I was just mentioning lube. If you want to bring up anal toys,
I'm sorry, I misconstrued. I got ahead of the game on this. Do we want to talk dirty to each other on the air? Is that what it is?
hey, listen.
Sally, can you turn the lights down?
Dick Master Luke, I say that's a party.
I do.
Bozy,
party.
save your dirty material for tomorrow.
Fine. Well, anyway, you guys have a great show. And then, listen, I love the fact that you did the beatboxing for DJ Love. It was completely awesome. It actually helped out his act.
Wow.
I couldn't hear as much of him as I wanted to, so I don't know how his rap was.
Bozy, I'm not sure. Tony, will you provide the information? Can Jeff go online and get tickets for the Vegas show?
Sure.
Bozy, we can get you at the show if you want to get there.
I'm down. Listen, you guys have a great show. I gotta go. I gotta get
Luke.
He has nothing to do. He called to ask me about roadblocks and lube.
Yeah, he's doing something right now.
Yeah.
We get an hour of that tonight. That might be the most coherent thing he says. So tune in. Yeah. He's as he's driving. Right now he's driving on a major highway with no pants on. You just know it. There's no doubt in my mind. They'll be like, "Oh, the guy in the truck doesn't seem to have pants on."
And welcome to the CNN.
The Jeffrey Toobin special.
All right, Plagano says Foo Fighters are a lock.
That's right.
Yeah, they
Thank
have
you.
to be. I can't believe that. Yeah, that's awesome.
Andrew Fremdar used to have a lazy Susan. She always made me on top. Hello, John. If New York Dolls don't go in, says Plajanos, David Johansen is a lock as Buster Poindexter.
Oh, yeah, I mean,
Ooh.
absolutely with those hits he had.
Fremder says Dave Grohl started a new band because there was an issue with Nirvana's singer.
Yeah. It's called Death.
Savini says Joan Jett got her start with the Runaways. Yes, but I don't think that the Runaways aren't in.
No, she got in for her solo.
Oh, it's spam.
Do you want it?
Yeah, why not? If it's as long as it's really spam.
No, I guess so.
Spam.
Hello?
We've been trying to reach you concerning your car's extended warranty.
You can't drive without a warranty, for the love of God.
We did that. Wow, when was that? Like 2 years ago we did that? We got a spam call. They asked us to call back, so we did. And we had Derek in here, Mr. Pop and Twist.
Oh, there you go.
He was in here. He lives right down the block, literally right
Yeah,
down the
well,
block.
remember my first... do you remember my first time being here?
Yeah.
There was a guy, a fan, that was here in the parking lot that wanted to meet.
Oh, I totally forgot about that.
That was Derek.
Yes. Oh, that was the first time you guys actually met?
Yes.
But you guys knew each other already.
We knew each other from the business, from
Right,
the biz.
right, right. Wow.
Oh, whatever else. But he was here or whatever, and you go, this is a little awkward and weird. Do we want to invite him in? He came in, and then
Turf
here
wars.
it is, a year later, you're having him as a guest on your show.
Well, the thing is...
No, he's a great guy.
He is a great guy.
It was just weird that day. We were trying to figure it out.
The truth is, he lives down the block, so before he had his full-time job, we just couldn't get rid of him. He would just walk in here all the time.
Come on.
I'm joking.
He was great.
He
And
knows
like
I'm
he's
joking.
like actually saved like our asses a few times. Like
Yes.
if one of these guys didn't show up or something, for whatever reason, I'd be like, Derek, get in here.
So we get this spam thing, and Derek was in here, Sally. So we call it back, and we get a live person. So Eric was here. He set up and had Sally call. Yes, you guys called me something with my car insurance. What did I do wrong? So then Eric orchestrated the whole thing. It was genius. He has Derek in the background yelling at Sally like the husband. What are you spending money on now? How'd they get your credit card number now? Because you're spending all your money. Eric starts going like this. Sally starts screaming, "Ow! Stop it! Ow!" And then Derek's yelling, "What did I tell you, woman?" The guy, the telemarketer, "You stop that! You stop that! You motherfucker! You stop that!" He actually says, "I'm going to call the police."
Yeah.
He's like, "You're going to call the police?" This guy went on, and they had this little
You
argument.
need to
back
know what show that is so we can pull it out.
I'll find it for
yeah,
you.
we got to.
Wow.
Yeah, it was.
See, these are the things. You pull them to me, give them to me. I'll edit them down for you. We'll make a little promo.
Well, I think
they
I
are
did.
relentless with these calls, though. I mean,
yeah.
and they changed the the area codes. And
Yeah,
I just gave
Yeah.
in finally. I did. I gave in. My car's the one outside with the solar panels on it, so I just bought everything.
I got like I took the time one time because I was getting like a call every single day at different times, and I was like, and so I did take the time to block every single. I think
And-
I did like
and-
54
and
calls.
they just change.
Yeah,
changed the
but
number.
I was like, I
That
did like
too,
one or two
fast.
times and it didn't work. So I'm like, I'm just gonna keep blocking this, and then really, I think it was like up to like 54, and
Oh
then finally
my
it stopped.
God.
But it's nice, and I don't know if Verizon, I'm not Verizon, excuse me, Android does it or else, but that,
Yeah.
you know,
They
they've
silence
changed it.
it now
Now
where
they've
it's like
gone
a
to that
junk call.
spam or
Yeah.
telemarketer call, and you can even, if it's labeled that, you can have it just go directly to nothing or whatever.
Oh,
else.
that's cool.
But however, there have been a few times where there's a business or something that gets labeled as a spam call, and they're
Right.
calling to book me, so I just keep all the calls coming through.
Right.
Right. Yep.
And see if they leave a voicemail.
Yeah, they have you. You know, you
Right,
have
that's
to,
it.
like-
You just don't answer it. They leave
Yeah.
a voicemail. Then it's
Except
important.
if I'm on there with you because it seems like the right thing to do. Like, it seems very professional to pick up.
Oh, we've done that. I picked up the phone here thinking it's some kind of spam, and then it's like, "Hi, it's Dr. So and so." I'm like, "Oh, I'll be right back."
I mean,
got the leg.
They've given it. They've given it the shittiest name possible, right? Because just the name spam.
Spam,
Like people
yeah.
now, as a McRib guy, spam doesn't faze me, right? But,
Well,
but there are
You're like,
people
"Oh,
who
best
probably
friend."
wouldn't. Like the word spam just spooks people.
I do feel
think.
bad for my doctor, Dr. Spam. I feel bad for
You have a Dr. Spam?
That's his name.
My dad had a doctor named, and like you spell it out exactly like you say it. His doctor was named Dr. Ramsbottom. Dr. Ramsbottom.
Richard
Exactly
Ramsbottom,
like that.
Dick
And-
Ramsbottom.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and his dad was a doctor. I'm like, why would
Ramsbottom
along
Senior.
the line you just? I think that's why there are a lot of Smiths. To be really honest, they all started out as like
Rambottoms.
Ramsbottom.
Right.
Yeah.
Said O'Neill used to be Ramsbottom. Fun.
Tim Saliani. It's been almost 30 years since Kurt Cobain sent an electrician to lifelong therapy. It's not too soon for the Foo Fighters. Oh my
God.
He also wants Molly Hatchet in there.
Come on, Molly Hatchet was good, but they're not rock and roll hole worthy.
Fremder says Benatar rocks. I call her Pat
Benatar.
Benatar. I got to tell you, one of the worst concerts I ever saw was Pat Benatar.
One of the
really?
best I saw live was at the Paramount. Was her and her husband
Yeah.
acoustic show.
Oh, really?
And we could not believe how good she sounded. And by the way,
Oh, she can.
Yeah.
She started off as an
She's
opera
got
singer.
a-
but he
Right.
can.
Oh, really?
He can,
Did she?
he can jam. And he did the. He's his most famous guitar playing of all time is. What song?
Hit me with your best shot.
No,
Oh, you mean a song that's not hers? You mean?
Jesse's Girl.
Oh, he plays on that.
That's his
Oh, I didn't know
guitar,
that.
right? And he did, and he wrote the guitar parts for it.
And you're not.
I know they're not a boy band, but Rick Springfield definitely
Yeah,
is.
Rick
you
Springfield-
like-
gay enough
talk
for
to
you,
when,
for
know,
sure.
you go see DJ D Love live because that's the best show I've ever seen.
I would agree. I would agree.
I haven't even seen him yet, and it'll be the best show I've seen.
Let's see. I love duets, especially in the bedroom, because it takes two to duet. Oh my goodness.
Oh,
right,
who was that?
Fender,
Who is that? You have to.
That was Fremder.
All right, he has a
Fremder.
timeout now. Andrew gets a 10-minute timeout for
I
that
said
one.
he's allowed like 3 a day.
3 bad ones,
3 a day.
3 strikes.
They have to be good.
Three
yeah.
strikes.
right.
Yeah.
No,
And
you
that's
can
it.
keep going as long as they're not horrible.
But how do you know when you
Tony,
start to read
Tony
them?
liked you liked my Necro joke though, didn't you?
I did like
That
that.
was-
Oh, that was funny as hell.
Come on,
man.
I got no credit for that. That was a good joke.
You got credit for that.
I
I
know,
said
but
it was
you were
you,
the
and
only
I
one
was
who got-
I was
yeah.
crying after
Yeah.
I read it.
That was
wasn't
good
Tuesday,
work right there.
That was good. August 20th is not the next studio upgrade. It might be. George
I
is
await
watching.
Raiders' response chiseled in stone using hieroglyphs.
I feel like the
That's
comment section is just like 7 comedians just trying to have like a little
sometimes.
little battle, little
Yeah.
like see who can get it.
Comedian is a strong word.
And
No,
you know,
you do have some. You got some pretty
Bye,
good.
Elizabeth.
and your
Good
buddy
to see
Jeff,
you.
like we weren't reading his comments because I'm seeing his name pop up. We didn't read them, so he decided to call in with his joke. 'cause he
Well,
thought it
here's
was
the
so
thing,
good.
Yeah.
though. In
Wasn't
fairness to
enough.
Jeff, when he does type a comment, it's hard to decipher. But I actually have to say that the audio version of his comment was more confusing than what he typed.
He does
Yeah.
have a sweet voice though. Yeah,
Oh,
he left it. Like, he left it. He didn't say it with the. Yeah, you get the roadblock. He's like, hey,
I'd like to ask you about your roadblock.
I think we have another call, so let me see.
Oh yeah.
Welcome. You're on the Knockem Did Comedy Radio Show. Shut up. Oh, no.
Yeah, I don't hear anything. No.
Damn it! We're never getting them solar panels now.
Nothing.
No.
No.
my extended
Damn it.
warranty again.
All right. Well, it's almost time for us to hit the road.
Oh, there you go. There's
Anyway.
a dial tone.
Are we not getting any performance? You're not doing a parting performance today?
No, I didn't bring like my stuff with me.
Who? I mean, you said something about a chainsaw, a bowling ball, and an apple.
I did. I lied to you. All right. Well, I'll tell you what. He'll perform if you perform. You get up and sing a song.
Show those rock and roll.
Like your ratings aren't bad enough. You want me to go out that and do that? Okay, let's have it. Yeah. I'm more of a background dancer, than maybe.
Oh, that's why you don't collect the dollar.
My best karaoke performance ever was the song Tequila because it's 4 words.
Tequila.
Yeah, I nailed it too. Yeah, crushed it.
I always did. What I do for karaoke was forget it. I gotta think of the name of the song now. Jesus Christ. When I start making love, I don't make love. I be stroking. Clarence Carter.
Stroking to the east, stroking to the west.
I stroke it to the woman that I love best. I be stroking. Let me ask you something. What time of the day do you like to make love? Have you ever made love just before breakfast? Now, I used to do that when we went, friends that wanted to karaoke because I just thought it was hilarious to walk around the bar and sing that to people. Where else? My friend loved it so much that he had me do it at his wedding.
Oh, God.
Wow.
And here was his big thing. He goes, hey, here's what I want you to do. When when we're doing our first dance, the DJ knows I want you to stand up, cut it off.
During the first dances, bride and groom,
just walk out on the dance floor.
I bet she'd love that.
You're my drunk uncle or something like that. He's like, cut it off. He's like, and then do that. The DJ will put on that song, and I want you to karaoke.
Oh my goodness!
Now, I'm literally sitting there like, all right, I'll do this. Like, whatever, this will be fun. He doesn't tell anybody that this is going to happen.
Right,
not any groomsmen, nobody knows.
Right?
Only the bride.
Oh, she does know. All right, good.
She does
Thank
know.
God.
However, it was the most awkward time because I've never seen a crowd of people want to tackle me.
Right, yeah.
Because it's literally, them dancing, and then I'm like, stroke Clarence Carter, but don't stroke so fast. And if your shit ain't tight enough, you can stick it up my, woo, I'm stroking.
You look up and there's a priest.
Yeah.
And people are like so protective of like receptions, and that happened like when I was a kid. When my sister got married, the same thing happened. My aunt got my other aunt who it was her birthday, so she did the whole thing where they bring the police officer in and then dance for her at my sister's reception. And what they didn't understand is that I know. But here's the thing about my sister. My sister married a man who was like a born-again Christian with his family. They don't drink. They don't dance.
It was a great wedding.
So it was like,
It was
cheap. So it was already
do you guys want open bar?
Well, I kind of understand why they were looking for some other entertainment. They were like, what do we do?
Now, did she take her married name or keep Ramsbottom?
She was hoping for Ramsbottom.
Ophelia Ramsbottom.
It was Ramsbottom. Now it's Jones.
Yeah. Just call it. We call it Smitty.
We did a show once. It was me, Sal, what's her name, and Stacy was there.
What's her name?
Yeah, you know.
Oh yeah, I got it. Yeah.
So
What's the name?
No, actually, you know, not May.
Right, not June.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
So we were doing. They hired us to do like a personalized skit for this guy's birthday, and the guy comes out. It was a whole big surprise party. He was turning 40 or 50, whatever it was, and he didn't want to do this. So they try to bring him out. We're going to do our thing. He gets up and he runs out of the room, locks himself in the bathroom. So we're like, all right. So what the hell do we do now? So now, and there's probably 100 people.
You brought the microphone into the bathroom.
No.
Oh, right.
He literally locked the door. But they were drinking. There was a little bit of a rowdy crowd. They're now yelling at us. Well, just tell your jokes, do your act. We're like, but we're not stand-up.
Right.
So we're like, all right, well, and we're trying to stall. I'm trying to just mess with people. And I'm just, so who are you? What's your relation to this guy? Why don't you just tell your jokes and leave me alone? I'm like, oh, my God. So I'm trying to work. I get to this one older lady. So who are you? And what are you doing? You just really have to stop. I'm like, what the fuck? So the guy's wife hired us. She's freaking out. She finally gets him out of the bathroom. He comes out. He's smashed. And I think there are other things involved,
like Tom
too.
Brady, like drunk, like
Tom Brady?
Did you not see that video?
No. What video?
Whoa! Finish your story. I got a Tom Brady. All right, really quick. This is 30 seconds. Tom Brady, after the Super Bowl, like they're doing the Lombardi Trophy. They don't really do a parade. They did a boat thing. But he got so hammered, he's taking the Lombardi Trophy, he's throwing it from boat to boat. And then they have video of him, like on TMZ, whatever else, like his, handler person, whatever manager dude, like walking up, but he's just like,
no kidding.
After the
you saw this?
I don't watch anything with Tom Brady in it. I didn't watch the Super Bowl. He's a douche. That's all.
You really didn't watch it? You said you weren't going to watch it. I thought
Didn't
you were
watch
joking.
1 minute of it.
Wow.
Like, what Super Bowls do
I knew
you
the
get to
outcome.
watch if you can't watch Tom Brady?
Because
like,
I knew
that leaves like
I knew the
two
outcome
a
of the game,
decade.
so there was no point.
All right,
There
so
was
here-
no way.
I mean,
Me a video of you telling me you're drunk without actually telling me you're drunk.
you see how drunk he is? Yeah. Like he is. All right, sorry. That's why. That's
No,
what
that's
my
all right.
joke with the Tom Brady drunk.
That's probably better than my story anyway.
All right, sorry, go for
so yeah, these people were just nasty. The guy finally comes out. He's nasty. He's being rude to us. One of his buddies comes running out of nowhere. We're trying to do this thing, and by the time he came out, they just hated us already.
Right.
So we were just completely bombing. They're yelling at us, being mean. I don't know. So this guy's right in the middle of the floor on a raised, like on a high, not a high chair, but you know what I mean, a chair that's. And this guy, his buddy, comes running out of nowhere, and this guy was like the size of Sal. This guy was big. He just jumps on him. The chair collapses. The two of them fall to the floor. Like, what the
Were
hell?
you paid in advance for the show?
No.
Oh,
Too
bad.
He picks the guy up, he carries him, and they start walking off again. So I'm like, what the fuck? So we're just trying to get through this. We're trying to do our act in between. Now Stacy comes out, and this girl Stacy used to perform with us. Very pretty blonde, very funny. She now does improv in Chicago. Very talented girl, but she now comes out. But at the time, she's in her early 20s. Pretty girl. She comes out. Immediately, the guys start like swarming over, and they're taunting her. So that's I grab my mic and go, ladies and gentlemen, we're out of here. We're done. So I mean, we did not even half of our act. We grab our stuff. We go. These people started yelling at us even more, and they followed a couple of guys followed Stacy to her car. This was an
Who booked
awful,
this gig?
not me. This was actually my former business partner. It was
September.
actually a friend of it was actually a friend of hers.
Not the worst gig that year either, which is really scary.
That was the
anytime,
highlight.
anytime I've ever performed with Knockem Dead Comedy and done the dinner shows, I have to say I give them all the credit in the world that they can work a room like that, because most of the time it's after cocktail hour, it's after dinner, it's after lots of drinks have been served,
Yeah.
and it's not the same as being on a comedy stage and still having that buffer zone of where you can almost feel in charge and just be like, hey, we got to get this guy out of the room. You're in their event, their party, doing your thing. So you just roll with it. And there's been twice that I crack up laughing because Tony stands in the middle of the room and he's delivering lines, and you realize no one's paying attention, and he just goes, blah, 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 blah. And then just walks out. I go,
what do you think's
okay.
tougher? You've done stand up, and you do the show. What do you think's
Well,
tougher?
you know what I've done to stand up.
You shut it down in the state of New York.
I was the last
and the country.
Jim
but-
would appreciate this. I was the last guy. They have governors. They have McGuire's out in Bohemia, which we got to talk about that before we go. But they also own the brokerage in Belmore.
Okay.
I was the last guy to perform at the brokerage, and then boom, everything was quarantined.
There you go.
I ruined.
Coincidence?
No, absolutely not.
Shut it down.
Absolutely not.
Right.
They said we need a reason for this guy to stop performing. I have an idea.
He's going to want to come back.
COVID.
Call Cuomo.
One of the worst was actually, I believe you were there. We were performing a daytime show, a corporate event, the day of the Newtown, Connecticut shooting. The elementary
Yes.
school. Right, you were there for
Yes.
that. I mean, we had a few cast members that were practically bawling as we're watching the news coverage backstage.
So that shooting was the second worst disaster that day? Wow. Go figure. Damn. Who knew? Just saying. Oh, look,
Going in disguise for the rest of this.
It's Jouster Jim.
Jouster. I'm not affiliated with the Jouster
He
Jim.
looks like Rasta Ricky. No, he looks.
All right, before we go, because I'm mentioning McGuire's, totally made me think about it. You did your stand-up comedy debut at McGuire's.
I tried.
You did your stand-up comedy debut at McGuire's.
Which role?
When was it?
What'd you say?
Which role? Like what character?
What?
No. I did actual stand-up at
Stand-up.
McGuire's.
I thought you meant with the murder mystery.
no,
I want to say
stand-up
4
comedy.
years ago now or whatever else. It was.
give or
it was
take,
this.
yeah.
I said,
I loved it.
I consider myself a comedian. With what I do with my juggling. However, getting on a stage and just going no props was a challenge for me. Now I decided to try that, and I went about 4 minutes. But right before showtime, literally right before I went, nope. nope. And I went to my car. I got my box of juggling stuff, and I put it by the stage. Now the guy that's working the door is like, what's with the suitcase? I said, just my backup plan.
Yeah.
He's like, what? Like, and I'm like, just like, no, my backup, like, it's my stuff for my show. He's like, oh, okay, whatever else. And I put it on the stage, and I did about 3-4 minutes solid, but like, I got to the point where I went, I feel like I'm losing this crowd. And just, that feeling. And I went, I have to do it. And I went into my act. And it killed.
It did.
But every comedian there that night was like, because everybody's like, oh my God, the juggler was great. The juggler was great. This was great. But the other comedians were just like, well, they fucking cheated.
Yeah,
like,
they do. They see it as a cheat.
Yeah,
like you bring like a a guitar or something, or you do something. They look at it like a cheat.
Right.
I will tell you, and I think I told you that night, you were doing great. You didn't have to resort to the reserve. You were
I know,
doing
but
super.
It's a different monster.
Trust me, I
just
know.
not having that cushion for me.
And time sort of stands still when you're up there, right? You're like,
yeah.
I don't know if I tell you, my first show was in New York City.
Yes.
And there was probably around, I think the crowd was like 160, 170 people, right? And it was our graduation show for where I took my class. Mm-hmm. And then they'd have a professional host, and they'd have a professional
like a headliner
at the end. Mm-hmm. So I'm like, okay, I'm number 8, let's say, whatever, going up, and I'm like, okay, I think we were doing 6 minutes, 5 or 6 minutes, whatever it was, and we had never been on stage before. Our class was in a class. I get up there, and the freaking stage lights go on, and I'm like, I'm blind. I can't see. We never had a stage light on us or whatever. But the funniest part is while I'm waiting to go on stage, I'm like, okay. And 15 seconds before I'm about to go on, I go, I don't remember any of my stuff now. I felt like I was like, what the hell? And the girl before me came off, and I went up, and I'm like, all right. And that light went on, and I was like, Jesus Christ, I can't see. I'm like, I'm blind, and I forgot my set.
Right.
But it came back, though.
It did, but it was like time stood still when I was up there. I couldn't believe it. I was like, oh.
It's amazing how every different type of venue or different, no matter how much you are, you put me in a room at a school or something like that, I can run the room. I really can.
You can.
I can control the entire room, whatever else. You put me on that stage, and I just felt so uneasy about it.
It's tough, man.
But there's plenty of times, my first time I ever did like a college theater, the guy beforehand, they're like, oh, meet up, an hour early for lights and sound. I'm like, lights and sound? Like, lights and sound, or whatever else? And then they mic me up, and they're like, can you give us a check 1, 2? And I'm like, it's the best I've ever sounded in my life. I thought it was great. But they were like, oh, how do you like the lights? I'm like, on. Like, I don't know. Like, but then I realized how blinding the lights are on a stage like that, where else I have to juggle now. I'm trying to find spot. I can't turn around away from the audience like this, juggling, because that's the only way that I can see anything. Now I'm like, listen, I need our side lights over here, down to about a 25%. Sure. You could leave the tops at about a 45%. Let's leave the house lights up, a tiny bit, so I can see the audience and I can like now I have my whole way I want to tell them.
Right.
But your first time you ever do something, you're just kind of caught completely off guard.
Yeah, you're like, I don't know. What do you think?
Yeah,
like
whatever you guys want. You're on. That was the same show. No, that was Bridgeport, Connecticut. They gave me a dressing room for the first time.
Nice.
And they go, what would you like in your dressing room? And I said,
yellow M&Ms.
Like, no, whatever. Like, whoever was before me, whatever
Pink
they had.
Starburst unwrapped.
Whatever
11 of them.
Whatever
Who
they
is
had
this fucking
before
guy?
me.
11 and a half.
Who is this guy? Yeah. I like the corners pre-bitten. Oh. All right, then. Hey, who's following this jester guy? It's like, okay, great.
But they go, what would you like in your dressing room? I said, nothing. Like, whatever the guy had before me, you can put, leave, like, the same thing. I'm sure he didn't finish it or whatever. They're like, no, we have a $500 budget to put whatever in the dressing room.
Wow.
So I said, well, how about $500 on the table?
Leave a pile of singles. I kind of like that, yeah.
So, anyway, I think they left me, like, a water or whatever else, I really
expensive
didn't
water.
ask for anything.
Yeah.
And then
you didn't ask for a steak,
no,
at least?
There was a guy that stood, like, right outside my door, a security guard. Now, my brain goes like this. I go, what did I do wrong? what happened?
They think I'm stealing the water.
So I go like this. I tell him, I'm sorry, I just have to go down and use the bathroom. Is that all right? And he goes,
I'll be walking
not
with
a problem.
you.
He goes, I got one going to the
Eagle on the move. Eagle is on the move.
And I go, what? Like, are you here for me? And he's like, yeah. I'm like, oh, no one cares. You don't have to be here. He's like, it's our contract. We have one guy stays for the talent.
Wow.
Like you could have got him to clean your car.
I thought that was awesome.
Yeah, Rams bottom is on the move. Rams bottom is on the move.
So what I said, what do you press for the thing? He goes, oh, you press this button right here. The microphone's here. So I just reach in, I go right into his lapel, and I go, we got a problem in Sector 7. Sector 7, there's a big problem. And all you heard back on the thing was, we're in Sector 7. And he looks at me and he goes, that's John, the new guy.
What was Monsters Inc? We got a 2319. We got a 2319. The guy's got a sock on his back. Sector 7.
We got a problem in Sector 7.
Did you ever do the stand up again?
No.
You never
I never
did it
went
again.
back. I never went
So
back.
you've never had a bad set?
There you go.
No, I think my first set was
No.
Were you
it
there?
wasn't.
Yeah, I was right there in the front. I loved
Compare
it.
it to your set.
He blew me away.
So you still might have sucked.
Well, in all seriousness, I don't think I did that good.
I thought you were pretty good. So if he was better than you, then you did a good job.
I'll tell you what. I will do another open mic night just for you. Try it out again. I mean, what else do I got to lose right now? I'm doing, last
Just a chance.
How many minutes did you have prepared without the props?
10. I did. I
He went,
minutes?
and he went 3.5 and grabbed the
And
suitcase.
you went 3.5 and grabbed the bag?
Yeah.
But I'm telling you, he
And
didn't
it
need
was,
to. He
it
you were
was just,
doing
It
great.
was just a
It's
fear of feeling
nerve-wracking.
empty
It's
up there.
completely
But
nerve-wracking.
that's because my entire performance career, since I was 15 years old, I had props to rely on that I can just
I
grab
hear
this
you.
stuff and crack jokes.
Right.
And
I've been
make
doing
people
the
laugh.
You're like Karen Carpenter in the drum set.
Yeah. And I have my jokes. I have my timing all down right. And that's what it was. Is since it was the first time telling those jokes, it's that, this would be better if I gave it that next beat or this next pause or this next thing. And I didn't have those yet, so I got nerve-wracked out of it.
Yeah.
If I was doing 5 minutes that I felt comfortable with and then a new minute, I could see it. But that's how they talk about it all the time in all these comedy specials. And you guys know this, that, it's those new bits you got to work out first. And I wasn't prepared to do that. I was ready to go in and just try it, and I wanted to kill my first time.
That's why there are comedians who've been doing the same jokes for 47 years. Right? You're like, that guy hasn't written a new joke. And you're like, I get it now. He just goes in and he wakes up dead sleep, and the guy goes and does a set.
Yeah, true. Well, I don't know. I go back and forth with that. I mean, it worked for Rodney.
Well, he's dead, so how do we
know
know it wasn't the cause? Is all I'm saying. Maybe if he'd have just written some new stuff, he'd be alive today.
Thanks a lot, Tony.
Right? Yeah.
Well, I didn't write him. All right.
Dangerfield dying. So remember I talked about bringing audience.
Yeah,
all the way
there
up
we go.
to right
Bringing up
down.
a comedian who's been dead for years and years. What do you got? You got anything virtually or publicly that people can watch, or is it all private
stuff?
stuff?
Check out jesterjim.com. You guys
go.
will see all virtual stuff if there is any that are open. Really, right now it's a lot of people doing private stuff, but corporations. And then the cool part is you can do it all over the country right now. You can book. You can come and do something fun for your Friday night Zoom calls or whatever else.
There you go.
I don't want to give away another radio station. Yeah, is that all right? Can I talk about another radio station? So Geo from The Fan. I'll just say it. Geo
that's fine.
Yeah, Geo from The Fan, which we'll call it, turned out to be talking about me on The Fan.
Oh, nice.
That he had seen me or whatever else. So I called into that show, and then they did something for The Fan for their corporate stuff, and it killed. So
nice.
it's a good
Very
way to
nice.
bring the corporation together, have a little 20 minutes of fire juggling knives, and who knows, we could have a little leave the webcam on moment.
Hey, funny stuff. Tim Saliani, try being 6'5". When every stage is lit for toddlers. It's true. They're adjusting the lights for guys who are about 5'8", and then Tim gets up there. It's like Godzilla,
Right.
and they're like,
His shoulders are all well lit.
Yeah, they're like, wow, look at the nipples on that guy.
But what
Oh, he had a head.
What stage is lit for kids are they letting Tim on? If they were trying to
That-
scare the kids
that's
and
an
emotionally
excellent
ruin them
point.
for life.
Right. I mean, you'd think he's still only allowed 50 feet from there, but
Exactly.
yeah, I guess, right. And Andy Plagano's tried being effing Dracula. Total safety.
Here's Andrew calling back 6 jokes all in one. Like, when I eat a McRib, I shit like a ram's bottom.
Yeah, Sallie Ramsbottom. That's going to be your new...
Sally Ramsbottom.
Sally
like it.
Ramsbottom. That'll
I
be...
like it.
Cool.
All right, well, all right, now, you're here
Hey,
tonight.
Thursdays at 7 o'clock, I get to hang with the amazing Jeff Posey.
That's
Yes,
a matter
you
of
do.
opinion.
Yeah, well, it's who I know.
Are
It's
you
who
in
I
the
hang
studio
with.
here?
We are here. Posey will be
couch.
Posey will
sits
be trying
right
to
there.
fill the seat of Tony Walker.
With the couch?
Will we
new
have a new
Yes.
couch?
You'll be the first one to sit
Bozy,
on the
I
new
can see
couch.
Bozy posing like a French girl about to get drawn in charcoal
Yes.
on the thing tonight. So you want to tune in for
You know
that.
what? Let's
That's
have
a
him do that,
visual.
and then we can
Oh.
both have pieces of paper, and we'll draw him. We'll see who makes the best picture of Bosie.
Oh,
Wow.
Bosie.
Everybody
Sure,
should
Bussy.
tune in tonight because I'm calling in and like talking to Jeff, but I'm gonna just come up with some very obscure.
Well, use your sexy Jeff Bozy voice when you
just
call him.
like-
Hi, Jeff. About those roadblocks.
Right, you are taking calls now that you're in the studio, right?
We may. Yeah, we may.
You
know.
better.
Yeah, we have.
at this point.
We sometimes have topics, but then sometimes we just do a Bozy Raider show where it's gibberish, no rhyme, no reason. That's
you
why
go.
we named it No
Hence
Rhyme,
the
No
title,
Reason,
right.
because we're never off mark. So
That's tonight at 7 o'clock.
Sorry, fell off my chair.
easy, Rams bottom, easy.
Got my-
And then tonight at 9:45, you got Limo Talk with Graz and the boys.
Oh, is he back or is he still celebrating his birthday like a little bitch?
Yeah, see, that
yeah.
that confused me. Did he not know it was his birthday? Like, all of a sudden, he just canceled the afternoon of his show?
You met Graz, right?
Yeah, true. And then Sallie and I are back here tomorrow at 11 a.m.
What is it? My birthday.
Who put this cake with the candles in front of me? What's going on? This is bullshit.
I'm not juggling those candles. Yeah, Sallie and I, and Tim Saliani is coming in here tomorrow with us.
Oh, what happened to you? What happened to Drac?
Oh, he'll be on the Zoom.
Oh, you wait. You have Tim and Andy together?
Yes.
Yeah. So I told you my triple crown of guys I will not hang in the same room with is Andy, Tim, and you know who the third one is.
Oh, I got weird. Silence.
Yeah,
Yes.
it got really weird in here.
Joster Jim,
He's been on your show. School teacher.
school teacher.
Oh,
Who?
Are we trying to not say his name? What are we
No,
trying to do?
I don't
I
know.
wanna
I don't
see
even
if
know
they
who
know.
he's talking about. Keegan?
the
No,
math
Keegan's not a
the
school
math
teacher.
teacher from God. I
Peter
just
Bales.
lost his brain. My
No.
brain.
The
Kermit
math
the Frog
teacher.
guy?
What?
Kermit the Frog guy. Tall guy.
Kermit the Frog guy.
He used to perform with you.
Oh, Brian McGinnis.
Brian McGinnis.
Anyway, tune in. High IQ people tomorrow.
Yeah, I don't know what they're talking about. All right, yeah, Tim Saliani and
Will
Plajanos.
Sharon?
Yes.
Oh, Will Sharon. I'm sorry.
You
Will
can't
Sharon.
hang in a room with Will, Tim, and Andy because you feel.
Why? What happens?
Because their IQs
Do
are
they,
like
like,
here.
oh, I thought you meant
and
like they
then-
all
And then
spoke
everyone
like
else is like
Pig
Bozy.
Latin or something.
I feel that way around all you comedians. You guys are so quick
No,
and
these
funny.
guys
I'm
are
just
like they're quick and smart. So,
well, speaking
yeah.
of quick and smart, on Monday when Sallie and I are here, we have
DJ D-Lo.
Abraham Lincoln and George Washington with us on Monday
Wow.
for President's Day.
Wow.
And George Washington may look like a lot like Will Sharon.
They'll
Really?
both look dead,
Yep.
but
Wow. And Abe Lincoln they're gonna look dead.
they'll be just laying on the couch.
Yeah.
So and Plajanos, he wants to do the Zoom, but he's welcome in here, but he's too scared. But Saliani will be in the studio with us. So
Now
gonna
it's
be
not because
great.
of COVID. It's you touched him.
It's the leg.
Yeah.
It's the missing leg story.
Okay. Yeah. It's the shark.
Oh, it has nothing to do with COVID.
Probably afraid of sharks.
I stick the stump right in his face.
On that note, Mrs. Rams
Yeah,
Bottom.
there we go.
Why
Everybody,
are you looking at me?
everybody has a
Could you
great
control the
day.
mics, Missy?
We heard stump face and then cue the camera.
Thank you, pal. It's good to have you back with us on
Yeah,
Thursdays. And thank you,
Thursdays are
pal.
fun.
Good to see
Anytime.
you, man.
Anytime.
The three of us will seize an Otis elevator in less than 2 floors. What the hell does
I'm
that
not
mean?
en-
See, that's what I mean. They're too smart for me. I don't know what they're even saying half the time. The three of us will seize an Otis elevator
Because of
in
the
less
weight
than
capacity.
2 floors.
Maybe.
He can explain it tomorrow. Everybody have a great day.